Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Thursday, February 16th, 2023, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORION NWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Phoenix Suns. Live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. So we just had Daytona practice wrap-up with the duel. I ended up seeing a little bit of that. We just have the ending of the Milwaukee Bucks beating the Chicago Bulls 112-100, and Giannis left the game a few quarters ago, so hopefully he's okay. I didn't really see anybody on the Chicago Bull fan side boo the injury. So that's good. And hopefully Giannis will be okay. But I'm actually excited for this particular matchup. Number 4 versus number 5 seed. Both teams are going to make a run in the playoffs. We have no Kevin Durant tonight. Unfortunately, they're just going to wait for him to be ready, KD, after the All-Star break, since this is the last day of games until we get into NBA All-Star Weekend, which is also Elimination Chamber for WWE. And then on Sunday, we're going to do the Daytona 500 game. So as far as injuries are out for the Clippers, the only one on the report as of a few minutes ago is Norman Powell. He is out. And then for the Phoenix Suns, you have Shamet, Kevin Durant, and Cameron Payne all out. So we will get Durant after the All-Star break, but I wouldn't be surprised if these two teams end up going a little bit further than people think. I just need to be able to see Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play together, and obviously not worry about this load management and whatnot. Obviously, this first game with Giannis going out, I know a lot of Bucks fans are worried. Celtics already know that they're the top dogs there, but as far as the West, it's very, very competitive. With the Portland Trail Blazers, my hometown team here in Oregon, we're not going to make it. Anthony Simons just got hurt. We got Dame, but we don't have enough. So I think that the Lakers have a better chance as far as teams that are, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of 15 teams in the West. Definitely the Lakers have a better chance than Rip City, unfortunately for us. But, me doing this usually every day, and I get to kind of evaluate the games that are going on at either 5 or 7 p.m. I've done a lot of Laker to see, the Milwaukee Bucks. This will be the first time that I see Phoenix in a few weeks. So I'm definitely interested. It would have been much more anticipated if KD was actually playing, but, just making sure that his body is good. Press conference earlier today. And then also, after the break, we'll see how he feels. And as long as he's out there, you got CP3, you got Devin Booker, D-Book, right? And you got Ayton and Kevin Durant. So the person that's really going to suffer the most is DeAndre Ayton, just because we already know that his touches are going to go away. Instead of being the 2 option, you're going to be the 3 option now. Okay, so I still think that you're going to rebound and you're going to defend, but hopefully, he was a little disgruntled, at the end of the season in the playoffs last year. We'll see how it goes, but let's go over some of the photos that I have here prepped for y'all today. So we got obviously the 2 best on the team. We got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. So I wanted to make sure that we showcase some of the superstars that are playing today. I hate fucking load management, but I don't think we're getting it today. So at least I get to see PG, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard out there together, which is going to be nice. And then I have to get some PG on here as well. Let's go, baby. And Sarah's feeling, the lead mod is feeling a little sick and under the weather. So I'll wait for one of my other main mods to be able to help out with the dono process and whatnot. And we'll have a good game today. I think this is, as far as matchups are concerned, it's a 4 and 5 seed right now in the West. This is going to be solid, okay? The Clippers right now are 32-28, 17-15 away. And then Phoenix is 32-27, 20-9 at home. So this isn't going to be some bullshit game. Even with Kevin Durant not playing, I assume this is going to be, they're going to go at each other. This is the last Uncle Momentum until after the All-Star break, and NBA All-Star Weekend starts tomorrow. So we got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Elimination Chamber also on Saturday, Daytona 500 on Sunday, and NBA All-Star Game. Your boy, we fucking busy. All right, we got CP3 and D-Book. So obviously we have one duo here at the top, and we'll see what duo is better tonight. Is it going to be these two or the other two? We'll find out. So I got a couple CP3s. I don't got any CP3 and Kim Kardashian photos. All right. I just got CP Thrizzle. Okay. We know he chokes a lot, in the playoffs. There's no doubt about that. But he is a Hall of Famer. We just want to be able to see him win in the playoffs. At least some NBA fans do. But it just seems like certain guys just can't get over the hump. Even when they're up 3-1, you're up 3-2, and then just the other team comes back. It seems like every single year. But now CP3, no fucking excuses. All right. Not only do you have you and D-Book, and you got Ayton, right? You already have this. He came back, even though he was disgruntled. Now you add Kevin Durant. No fucking excuses. Phoenix should. I mean, we don't know about chemistry because we already had James Harden, Kevin Durant. You had Kyrie, LaMarcus Aldridge, Blake Griffin, and they couldn't even get it done. So just because you have big names doesn't mean you're going to go to the NBA Finals. You easily can have talent, but if you have a bunch of me players and a bunch of ball hogs, it's not going to work out. And obviously Brooklyn, as far as the superstar experiment of Durant, Harden, and Kyrie, that's the biggest failure of all time, as far as like talent. I really wish that Russell Westbrook, Harden, and Durant didn't have the egos and they could have made OKC something, but there's just too much money involved, too much ego. But what could have been with those big three? And then I got some D-Book up here for you guys as well. And I'll add a few others, as we go throughout the game in the starting five. But just wanted to get kind of the main superstars to start off. Little D-Book, little CP Thrizzle, DeAndre Ayton. I got a couple of him. And then obviously when we get Kevin Durant after the break, let me see if I can find a good Kevin Durant. Odin's son in the building. What's good, bro? I hope Sarah feels a little bit better. Like I said, she just started the new job. So anytime, you start a new job and you're sick or you got back issues or you're not feeling well, I just hope that they give her a little bit of leeway, because anytime you guys start a job within the first month or two and you actually miss work based off being hungover or really, really being sick, employers don't give a shit. You could have a note from the doctor, and if you miss too many days in a month, you might get let go. Whether that's fair or not, of course, we don't necessarily think it's fair, even if you have a note. But hopefully she's feeling okay. And like I said, if she's not feeling well and went home, I was like, there's no point, doing this. You just make sure you take a day or two off, and then when you get better, we'll be good to go. So, yeah, I saw some of the stuff, based off the pushing the quarterback from behind. The Eagles are good at it. Jalen obviously has proven he's a top 5 quarterback. You guys had your fucking parade. Lots of craziness. And, we're going to be transitioning, obviously, from the end of NFL and college football, but the NFL never really ends on this channel or in general. You're going to be going to the draft, and then we're going to be kind of scouting and seeing what we have lined up already for next year. But then we also are transitioning to the NBA, college hoops, March Madness right around the corner. We got lots of WWE and AEW, and then NASCAR and MLB. NASCAR with the Daytona 500 already in full swing, and then MLB just a few weeks away. So I'm pretty excited. I don't have a lack of work, so that's also a good thing. That if you have the skill set to really do anything, that definitely makes it a little easier for me, where I'm not underwhelmed or overwhelmed, with certain things. I just feel like, let's go after it. If I do the reading and do the research, we should be good to go. So as far as the injuries, again, Los Angeles Clippers out tonight, Norman Powell, the only player. And then we have Landry Shamet, Cameron Payne, and then Kevin Durant. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and I was just about to bring that up, but you did also. XFL and USFL, I will be doing that. But the thing is, okay, on Saturday, I believe there's games. What do? I'm going to have to do a poll. Do people want to see XFL for just the opening hype to see? And I did look at the rosters and the coaches. There's a lot of former NFL players, coaches, former NFL players that are coaches. So it looks like the structure of the XFL isn't going to necessarily have just a bunch of high school, college kids or NFL necessarily dropouts. There's going to be people that got cut that are looking for maybe another opportunity, but there's more NFL former talent that's in the XFL. So I think it actually will be pretty decent. If you look at the quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and some of the players they have, I looked at it this morning and I was like, oh, okay, not bad. So I have to choose, XFL first game, NBA All-Star Saturday night with the 3-point contest, the dunk contest, and the skills competition, right? Or Elimination Chamber for WWE. So I know they're going to be at different times. I'm thinking probably it's going to be close. It'll probably be between Elimination Chamber or NBA Saturday Night. I know NBA Saturday Night is going to be popular, but I mean, I'm going to watch all three at the same time, but what do I do as the lead? And then Sunday, I already looked at the schedule. I am going to be able to do Daytona 500 early, and then I'll be prepping at like 9 a.m. We'll do that at 11:30. It'll be over at like 4 or 5. And then as soon as it's over, I'm going to transition into the NBA All-Star game. So it's going to be a fucking long Sunday, maybe like 10 hours. And then on Saturday, it'll probably be like 8 hours. I just have to decide what the main thing is. But I will be watching everything at once. I got a couple screens up on the computer, TVs. I mean, I got the setup. It just depends on, I would assume NBA. Usually when I do NBA All-Star Saturday night, I get good views. I get good views on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, anything NBA. Because before, that's really all I would do except that and maybe the finals. But now I'm doing NBA every day. So I have to decide. But Elimination Chamber is going to be exciting because we're big wrestling fans, right? Odin's son, you know what I mean? We don't miss WWE pay-per-views. So it sucks that they're going to be on, I believe, at the same time, around that same window of time. So I'm a little torn. But I think I'm going to do WWE Elimination Chamber, stick to my guns, and then we'll also watch the All-Star Game XFL, and then I'll do obviously Daytona 500 on Sunday, and then the NBA All-Star Game. So it's not like I'm skipping the NBA All-Star activities, but I do like the skills competition. I do like the 3-point. I would like the dunk contest if they actually had better people in it, instead of just having sometimes like these no-name guys in it, but it is what it is. So, but I will be covering everything. XFL is going to be more backyard, but with a pro twist. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. You know how much I love The Rock. He's my brother, 10 years apart. I just want to make sure that, that it succeeds. They only were able to succeed for 1 year, in each time, early in the 2000s. And, obviously when they ended up having the 1 year and then we went into COVID. So I think the USFL and XFL will be similar, but different. But even though it's second tier football, depending on what I got going on, like maybe I can do XFL, USFL games on like Saturday, and then we can do NASCAR on Sunday or, depending on what pay-per-views we got going on. But I mean, obviously wrestling is going to be a priority because that's one of my, top things to do with football, but I definitely have a lot of passion for NASCAR and baseball, so we'll be doing that too. So we got Chuck and everyone in the building. Shaq was DJing earlier in the game. Giannis got hurt, so I imagine we're going to get some Bucks fans in here like Air Whitey. Probably not too happy. I think it was like his wrist. I actually saw the point where he fell down and got hurt here. Let's see if they're going to – I'm not sure if they're going to show the replay, but he goes in for a block, falls down, and then lands on the player, but then jams his wrist as he's bracing for the fall, lands on the player, and he either goes down on the ground or on the player's like hip. And hopefully, I don't think it's broken or anything, but he didn't come back. And we already know with the teams that we're going to be having in the All-Star game and the selections. And I don't really know if we're going to get any defense. I highly doubt it. That's the only gripe I think I have for the All-Star game. Lack of defense. When Kobe was playing, Jordan was playing, it was competitive. Yes, some people think that everyone wants to see the dunks and the 360. Not really. I would rather see the guys go at it like in the MLB All-Star game. No one wants to watch bullshit like the fucking Pro Bowl where it's like two-hand touch. Now they had to get rid of the game pretty much altogether. But the only All-Star festivities typically that are good are NHL, MLB, and obviously the NBA. But even the NHL one was a little weird this year. Some of the activities that they did. I'm not a full-time NHL guy, but I don't know. Maybe you could fill me in, Odin's son. But it seemed like a lot of hardcore NHL fans with the activities and then the game, they didn't like it. It was like the first time I've heard like negative comments from a lot of NHL fans where they thought the weekend of the celebration of the NHL was poorly done or it could have been better. But NBA 3-point skills is fun. They usually do like USA International, rookie sophomores, or rising stars. I like that. That's usually like what tomorrow. So depending on what I got going on, maybe that's what I'll be doing tomorrow, more than likely if that's the game. And then the dunk contest, even I'm a hater on it sometimes, but you can't have, Levine or Gordon or, you're not going to have Dwight Howard or Vince Carter. I mean, it's not going to be like that. I just wish it was back when I was a kid, when we have like Jordan and Dominique, where you didn't know. You just knew that these guys were two of the biggest superstars in the world and they were going to go at it. And I just feel like the lack of really showing the best dunkers. It's because the NBA guys, they don't want to do it. You know what I mean? And also they don't really want to play a lot of minutes. So let's add a few more people to the roster instead of 10 to 12. Let's make it 15. If guys only want to play a few minutes, and they don't really want to play. But I would really like to have seen LeBron, in the dunk contest back when he was in his prime. I mean, it would have been real big for ratings. I mean, is it really that big of a deal? You know what I mean? And just, having the reputation of the dunk champion, having not only the best players, but the best dunkers. So if you want to sprinkle in a new guy against LeBron and some of the others, that's fine. But I mean, it should be better guys. And I'm looking at it right now. Jericho Sims, Mac McClung, I've heard of him, Trey Murphy III, and Kenyon Martin Jr. Really? Most of these guys are no-name guys. We saw Mac in college. Then he got bounced around from a few teams. Mac, has hops. And you know what I'm saying? But these guys are no-namers. They're jobbers. They're role players. Even the Blazers, Anthony Simons, before he was discovered, won. But it's just those can't be the top 4 dunkers in the league. You know what I mean? You're telling me that, and there obviously are better that are playing in the All-Star game. But I just wish, that these guys would stop being fucking pussies about it and get out there. If you really love the NBA, why don't you pay homage to back when Jordan and Dominique, and even when Vince Carter was doing it? I mean, look what it did for Vince Carter's career. So I don't know. Am I still going to watch the dunk contest? Absolutely. Am I going to watch the 3-point? Yeah. Skills competition? Yeah. XFL? Yeah. WWE Elimination Chamber? Yeah. Daytona 500? Yeah. And then NBA All-Star Game. So we're going to be fucking busy. We're going to be really, really fucking busy. All right, we're going to get this matchup started here in just 1 second. Los Angeles Clippers versus the Phoenix Suns. 32-28 record, 17-15 way record for the Clippers. 32-27, 20-9 at home, but no KD. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait till after the break, but I am going to try to do games every day, at that late window, 6 or 7 p.m. I'm here in Oregon on the West Coast, so we got Midwest fans and East Coast fans, and I know it's sometimes brutal, but usually it lines up for me. If we do the late game, it ends up being better with more people kind of settling in, getting ready to kind of wind down, and then they can hang out with me at the end of the night. And sometimes, when there's no school, for the girlfriend's daughter, then let's say Friday night, I can go longer because there's no, I don't have to stop at a certain point, kind of being respectful there with everything. So usually the cutoff time will be 10:30 my time. Around that. But then, if I don't got anything going on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, hell, we might go for 10 hours. So I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. Yeah, I'm ready for that, man. More content to do. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm going to be able to watch, I can watch up to 5 things at once, depending. My internet's really, really good. I got a good computer. I got good internet. Everything is linked up and situated good. Of course, there's probably people out there that have a faster connection than me, but I feel with everything, with all my settings, I mean, I can probably put up comfortably 2 or 3 on the computer and then watch here the HD 4K. I got the nice TV here in the studio and whatnot. So, oh man, I mean, like I said, there's just certain memories that you have, even with Levine and Gordon, Vince, Vince Carter, Vince Sanity. I mean, certain dunk contests and Larry Bird from back. I mean, Craig Hodges. I mean, I got a lot of memories. Because like I said, we're a little bit older. And of course, I know I look young, but I'm 40. So if I was born in '82, I mean, I started watching basketball and all this, wrestling and sports, NFL, college football, and baseball, at fucking 1985, 86, when I was 3 or 4. So I got a chance to really take in a lot of the legends in the 80s and 90s, and things are not really what they used to be. But of course, with those 4 names that I just, mentioned, I was like, God, these are the best 4, my ass. But we might not have the best guys in the dunk contest this weekend, but we got a great matchup tonight. No Kevin Durant. All right, but let's look at the standings. Phoenix Suns 32-27 in the 4 seed. Clippers 32-28, only 9 and 9.5 back. We already know the Denver Nuggets are the best team in the West, and this may be the year they win the championship, or they're going to get taken to the limits. I think that they are the best team, and then you got Boston, and then if Milwaukee has Giannis healthy, those are the 3 best in the NBA. Now we normally can throw Memphis in there with John Morant, but I just feel that with the Grizzlies, even though they're in the 2 spot, no other West team is intimidated by them. They talk a lot of shit. We know John Morant is great. They got a really good supporting cast, but other West teams, even low like garbage teams that aren't very good, but we're trying to get better, like the Blazers and Lakers. Blazers are terrible. Lakers are actually, they did a great job at the break, getting rid of Russell Westbrook, getting rid of Patrick Beverley, keeping Schroeder, and bringing in nice quality pieces. I actually think the Lakers are going to make the playoffs. Based on what I've seen in the chemistry, if LeBron gets off this fucking load management, they could maybe get to the 8 seed. I don't know if they can win around, but I think that they're better off than the Blazers. It's pretty obvious. I don't need to be biased about it, but the West is very, very competitive. But if Giannis has injuries, Boston will be able to go back again. And if we get Boston, Denver, I know a lot of people will be going for Boston because they lost with a heartbreak last year to the Warriors. But Jokic is so fucking good. You got to understand, if they give this guy MVP once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, right? He might be the most boring player to watch, to some people, kind of like a Tim Duncan, like do everything by the book. There we go. Kaka! Nice flush. 2-0 Clippers. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be the flashiest. Like Kevin Garnett back on the T-Wolves was a lot funner to watch than Duncan, but you just knew Duncan was like, screen me, bank shot, defense. It's like sometimes the shit is boring, but he did everything really, really well. And that's why he's known as one of the best forwards of all time. It's like he might not have the flashy dunks, the street ball moves like or Kevin Garnett, excuse me, KG, but you know what I mean? I kind of feel the Joker is the same way, but the Joker on another level, he's a guy that can get a triple-double within 1 quarter. I've never seen a guy that would be able to rebound, assist, block, set up teammates, be an underrated passer as a big guy, and just a guy that doesn't look like he can fucking play basketball. He just looks like this big, tall, white dude, European dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you look at Luka, and when you looked at Dirk, you could kind of feel like the athleticism there, and they were probably really damn good shooters. And Jokic is a good shooter, but I mean, he doesn't really have the big muscles. He doesn't really have like a frame that would make you think that this guy's the best in the world. Like one of the best guys in the world with like Giannis, Luka, Steph, and a few others. And Embiid, we can't forget about Embiid as well. So, and there's KD on the bench. 2-0 Clippers. Wish really KD was playing today. I hope that you are doing well also. How are you? How long are you going to be able to be here, Odin? Are you going to be here for a little bit, or do you got to go? Because I definitely need someone to help me with the dono part, since Sarah's not going to be in the building. So hopefully we'll end up getting somebody to come in. Normally Jameson or Elliot will do it for me, but I don't know if they're going to be coming in tonight. 3-0 Clippers. And I got some good photos here as well that we'll be able to cycle through depending on who ends up having the rock. CP3, D-Book, PG, Kawhi Leonard. Let's go. 3-0 Clippers. I got to turn this up. And I got done watching NASCAR with the duel. Daytona 500 is going to be fire. Ooh, nice bank shot. Morris with the bank. 5-0 Clippers. Come on, Phoenix. Show me something. This is literally the last game until tomorrow's festivities, I guess, Rising Stars. I was hoping that Shaden Sharp was going to be able to do the Rising Star game in the dunk. Like, I know his potential. He could definitely win it. But, CP3 with the steal. I'd really do like these Suns jerseys. D-Book should have passed it to DeAndre Ayton, but selfishly went in and drew the foul. Give the ball up, D-Book. Come on now. We already know you're great. But when a guy is down there low, don't just take it, Hook him up. I was actually hoping the Blazers were going to get Ayton to come there. I think he would be a good fit. We need someone better than, who we got. Nurk. Nurkic is like a good player, but he's too soft. And there's not very many really big centers that are great nowadays. It's not like when I was growing up when we had like Patrick Ewing, Akeem Olajuwon, Akeem or Hakeem, depending on when it was, or David Robinson or Shaq. I mean, the era was so different. 5-2 Clippers. D-Book with a couple free throws. Nice job, young man. Let's go. Phoenix is 0 for 4. And you're going to need to get at least 20, I believe, with D-Book, and then you're probably going to need at least like 15 and 15 out of CP3 and Ayton if you're going to want to win. PG and Kawhi probably need to combine for, I would say, 45, but we'll see what happens in the flow of this game. 7-2 Clippers. Ayton at the top of the key. And he's raw. And, we already know he's raw, but he does have capabilities. He's not as good as Embiid, but sometimes he'll play like Embiid. He can rebound, he can score, he can block, he can dunk. He's athletic, but he's kind of loppy. He's not maybe the most athletically gifted, smooth with his legs out there as Embiid, but I mean, we got to think how many fucking really good centers are really honestly out there. There's barely any. I mean, Embiid and obviously Ayton are two of the best. And obviously, these guys could also drop it down to the power forward spot for a few plays if needed too. Just depending if they want to go big or go small. Nice pass. Ooh! Went in for the dunk, got fouled. Damn. Wow. Hopefully he's okay. It looks like he got hit in the face there. Man went in there. There was a really good pass by PG. Down low. Foul by CP. And they got fouled again. Nice job. Oh, you didn't see the skills competition? Appreciate you, brother. Oh, for real. 8-2 Clippers. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's guys that would be wearing neck braces and shit. And, if you watch Rodman, Bird, Bill Laimbeer, Malone, Barkley, I mean, a lot of this fucking NBA that we see now is much softer of a league. And obviously with the NFL, they don't want people to have CTE and go fucking brain dead or go, depression mode or do things based off the CTE. But with basketball, there's not really CTE. It's just either the game is more physical or you flop like LeBron. It's like, I get it. You can flop once in a while to get the calls, but when you do it all the time, when it's unnecessary, then you get the reputation. And I feel that, that definitely would not fly back then. Clippers 10, Phoenix 2. Yeah, technical there. D-Book with the free throw. All right, here we go. Let's see if Phoenix can get on a little bit of a run. Crowd is a little flat. This is the last game before going into the All-Star break. This could be a playoff matchup. Ayton, there we go, baby. There we go. I like his game, man. You know what I mean? He's got potential to get better. Will he ever be as good as Embiid? No, but I think he can get a lot better than what he is now. I think a lot of people have that kind of belief in him. Shit, they might be able to win the championship. Ayton is like a center. You got KD, who's like a kind of a point forward, right? You got D-Book, who's a shooter. CP3, that's the facilitator. So if CP doesn't need to score 20 or 30. Uh-oh, nice steal. Nice. Yeah. Nice slam there, my man. 12-5 Clippers. Nice job. See if I can find a good one, a man there. Terrence Mann. Let's see if I get a nice action shot of you, brother. There we go. I got a good one. Nice job. And like I said, these fans need to get a little bit alive. I mean, Phoenix, you would think maybe because it's a little flat, they're drunk and they're faded because they're like, oh, KD's not playing. But once KD's out there, then all the bandwagon Phoenix fans that were kind of borderline, if you're back with the Dan Marley era, Thunder Dan, Kevin Johnson, Eddie Johnson, Tom Chambers, Barkley back in the day, Hornacek, I mean, gosh, just old school. 12-5 Clippers, but I know when KD, comes through, then definitely there's going to be a different vibe. And I'm not sure if they're going to be able to beat someone like the Nuggets, though. You know what I mean? I think that they would be able to match up with many, many teams. That's an awesome big four, but there's only one basketball. And what happens at the end of the game? If CP3 doesn't get it at the end or 8, and I don't think it's going to matter. Right? But what's going to happen when D-Book is usually the man and now it's not your team anymore? It's Kevin Durant's team. What's going to happen then? Are you going to be able to act like everything's cool? But if you're the guy that's trying to win games at the end and then now it's, oh boy, right? The Slim Reaper, the snake. Okay. Then what? So I'm very, very interested to see how things play out. And I mean, the Blazers should have drafted KD. I mean, let's be honest. We went Greg Oden. That was a huge mistake. But he would have never stayed with us after his rookie deal. But maybe we would have been able to do something with LaMarcus Aldridge, Brandon Roy, and Durant instead of Oden. And maybe we would have been able to get to maybe one NBA Finals and lose. Maybe. And that's not a for sure thing. But, or if Oden would have been Shaq, baby Shaq, and we had Roy before his knees and the cartilage just blew out of his knee. Rookie of the year, all-star, all-star, all-star. Then he goes to T-Wolves, and then the knees exploded. Brandon Roy is another guy's career that got cut short. But if we could have had Roy Aldridge and Oden, or Roy Aldridge and KD, it's like if you saw what he did at Texas, Player of the Year, I get it, he was skinny, but, you don't want to pick off position and, like, just center like Oden, because then if he fails, you're fucked. But, Durant could have played the 2, the 3, the 4, or 5, but more realistically, the 3, the 4, or the 5, right? So obviously us Blazer fans, we already fucked up with the Jordan, Sam Bowie. We fucked up with the Greg Oden, Kevin Durant. But you got to have the right people, and you would think that they would already learn from the past. You can pick based off talent and, position. So if Drexler was there, and he normally is a shooting guard, hello, you could have picked Jordan and played him at small forward, or realistically, you would have made Jordan the shooting guard, Clyde the small forward. They could have played together. You could have had Durant there with Aldridge and Brandon Roy instead of just trying to get the center. It wasn't the era of centers anymore, but they thought this could be, a baby Shaq, and they were fucking wrong. That's big facts. That is big facts, baby. Let's get to 100 in donos with the goal, and then once we hit the 100, we'll go to 2. And like I said, hopefully Sarah is feeling a little bit better, a little bit under the weather. 12-5 Clippers. 7:38 left in the first quarter. Last game of the regular season until we get into NBA All-Star festivities, which will be Rising Stars, I believe, tomorrow. And I will be doing live stream for that. Jumper. In and out. No good. Kawhi Leonard with the board. Let's go, Kawhi. Let's go, baby. Kawhi with the jumper. In and out. No good. Ayton with the rebound. CP3 with the crossover. Is he the biggest choker in all of the NBA? I mean, he's definitely up for consideration. We all know he's like Hall of Fame talent. You saw him at Wake Forest. You saw what he did with the Hornets, put him on the map. But just really unfortunate career that even when they've been up, 2 or 3 games, need one game to win. And then the other team just comes back every fucking time. And he gets hurt a lot in the playoffs, and that doesn't really do a lot for his legacy. You're not available. Oh, Kawhi with the up and under, no good. D-Book at the top of the key. Deep 3 by D-Book. In and out, no good. Rebound by the Clippers. 12-5, LA. The only player that we don't have, well, Norman Powell actually is really underrated. I was hoping that he was going to play. He's out. And then we're going to get KD after the break. Can't wait. PG for 3. Okay, baby. Okay. I see you. Nice play. 15-5, Clippers. D-Book, nice move, bud. He needs to be a little bit more consistent, I feel, too. I think D-Book is one of those guys. We already know he's one of the best shooters, in the game. But I think it comes down to like third and fourth quarter clutch baskets, smart baskets. And sometimes he's really, really hot. But you can tell he's a guy that gets frustrated easily. And if he's got like a professional shit talker in his ear, sometimes he folds. And I want to see D-Book be better. CP3's legacy is already fucked. He'll be in the Hall of Fame, but he's known as more of a choker. All right. Nice play by 2-man game there with CP3 and Ayton. Nice job, bud. Let's go. 15-9 Clippers. There we go. That's the Ayton I like. Let's get it, baby. Caitlin in the building. What to do? I hope Giannis is okay. How are you? Yeah, I ended up watching the game, and I was thinking about you. I was like, oh, as soon as he went down and I was watching the game, I was like, oh, shit. It didn't look like a break, but, when you go down awkwardly to brace your fall, I broke my fucking arm falling out of a tree as a kid. I told my parents that I fucking was like playing football, and I like stiff armed into the ground. It was a lie. I fucking was in like a cherry tree across the street, and I was up there, and then I fucking fell with my hand, and when the hand hit the ground, the bone went above, and my arm was like sticking out the opposite way. Immediately to the hospital back in the day. But when I saw Giannis, he went down, but it was almost like on the guy's hip, or on the ground. So I don't really think there's anything broken or ligament tear, but it'll probably be a little sore for a few days. And, he might miss a little bit of time, but I don't think it's going to be season ending or anything. I'd be shocked if it was. It didn't look as bad, and he's a pretty tough guy. So hopefully everything works out for the Bucks and for you. There we go. 18-9 Clippers. I don't know how long you're going to be in here, Caitlin or Odin, but if you guys want to help me out with the dono portion of the stream, kind of what Sarah does, I don't know if you guys are going to be here long enough, but until Jameson comes, I know he'll do it. Oh, for 3. Phoenix, baby. Look at the face mask. 18-12 Clippers. See if they do a little isolation here. Off the screen to Kawhi. Kawhi's really robotic when he plays. But we know what he can do when he gets hot. D-Book, one-on-one on the outside, crossover, baseline, fadeaway, in and out, no good. D-Book to the line. Oh, it was horrible, bro. You have no idea. My arm was twisted in the opposite direction. I fell onto one arm only trying to brace my fall as an idiot. I should have just took the fucking fall on my back or my chest. You know what I mean? But when you're a kid, I guess, you're scared and shit. But yeah, the fall I was up there and stuff. And I didn't think I was going to fall down. And yeah, it was, but it was cool. Got the cast, and I was able to get a couple jerseys out of the whole mess. So, back then with like the starter jackets and the champion jerseys, like, yeah, give me that Red Iverson. Give me like the good stuff. The Alonzo Mourning, the Anthony Hardaway, CP3 jumper inside and out. No good. Clippers with the board all the way. Gordon with the kind of questionable shot there. All right, Terrence Ross. Nice pass. Little two-man game. There we go. And that's when you see the good DeAndre Ayton, baby. It's like, we know Embiid is better. Embiid has got more potential. Embiid is more of like an MVP candidate. You got Joker, Luka, him, Steph, a few people, that are at the top of the top. Giannis as well. But every once in a while, this guy will get into a groove. And, if he can just improve a little bit more on the defense, the rebounding, his stamina, and also some more moves down low in the block. And if he has a better shot outside with like a jumper and maybe even bank shot, like he could actually go from a guy of where he's at now and improve his skills quite a bit, as far as points per game and everything that he's able to do. I like him a lot. Like I said, there's not too many guys that are big now that really stand out. And I mean, if you're looking at what he's doing, let's take a peek. I want to take a look what we're looking at. So 18.8 points per game. All right. 10.2 rebounds, 2.1 assists. Field goal percentage is 59. That definitely can be better. And his free throw percentage is 73. Would be really nice if we could get that to like 80. I don't think that's asking too much, just a little bit of improvement. But this guy could definitely get up into, I feel, the 22 to 28 points per game average if he was going to improve. And he could bring his rebounding up from 10, I think, to like maybe 13, like just a few more a game. I don't think that's that crazy to think, that maybe this guy could go from 18 to 10 to 24 and 14 or and just that little bit of improvement with the other guys that they have, that could really be the difference, between winning and losing in the West. It's going to be very, very competitive. I wish my Blazers were going to be better, this season, but we're fucked. I mean, at least I'm not, biased about it. I know when the team is good and when the team isn't. So. All right, cool. Yeah. And did they say anything with like the live stuff from your guys' hometown state or on the Bucks wire? Has there been any information on like MRI or any tests that were done or any, did they say exactly? Well, it was wrist, correct? I think it was his right wrist. That's what it looked like when I was watching the game earlier. So. Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Oh, it's good. I fucking was going beast mode too. So my favorite thing to do right now is like I'll go walk my dog and try to be productive. It's like I try to cut beer and liquor out. But obviously living in Oregon, we have like wineries, breweries, strip clubs, dispensaries. So it's like if I'm not going to be drinking booze really that much, and of course I got to go to the dispensary. So I went and they have like this brand new, it's like a cigarette pack and you can get 10 like pre-rolls and they're like 5 different kinds, like 2 each that are like different, all in like the cigarette pack. I was like, oh shit. Like Oregon is getting crazy. And like a lot of times the other places, some places it's legal here. Some places it's not, but it's just crazy. The amount and the quality, like a High Times type stuff for like so cheap out here. I mean, we got, I think I have 3 within 5 minutes of my house. It's a beautiful thing in Oregon. Let me tell you. Shout out to Wiz Khalifa. Clippers, Suns. Clippers 18, Suns 14. Kawhi. Wild pass to the outside. Come on, Kawhi. Oh, that's a foul. Is that Ross? Yeah, I think if any type of sport, even if it's been a long time, like for Saints fans or Packer fans, if you at least got to see it, I mean, there's some people that have never got to see their team even go. And even with me, I never thought in my fucking like dreams ever the Buccaneers would ever get 1, let alone 2. You know what I mean? But when you saw the team and the way that Dungy was building it, then I was like, maybe we do have a chance. And then 99, got close to the Rams. But when you have Sean King, fucking A, it's like all that motherfucker had to do was get me like a 2 touchdown passes. Couldn't even do that. And we would be losing games like 13-9. That shit is brutal. Like defense is one of the best in the world with like Sapp and Brooks and Lynch and Rondé. And you got Allstott and you can only get like 10 points a game. It was brutal. But at least we got the Super Bowl a couple years later. And then we got your Chiefs. We're the only ones to be able to beat the brakes off you guys. You guys have been getting all the championships. All right. But at least we got the one. We got that one on you. So, and the Bucks probably won't even be relevant, for who knows how long. So that'll be probably misery for me for a long time. Blazers, that's going to be misery probably for a long time. Ducks, we will only get so far, maybe Rose Bowl, but Natty's probably out of the question, in my lifetime. I hope not. I hope I can get one Natty before I die for the Ducks, since I go to games and sit right there behind the Duck bench, right there front row when I can. And then Mariners, that actually would be the one that we actually probably have the best chance to actually win something big, where the Mariners with Julio, we have potential to make ALDS, ALCS, and who the fuck knows? Maybe a World Series with Julio if we can get some more pieces. I'm not saying we'd win, but I think there's a possibility of fucking Julio's going to be there for 15 or 20 years. He's the biggest thing since Ohtani and Trout and Aaron Judge, and he's going to be the face of baseball soon, so that's exciting. And I was lucky enough to get the Julio ball when I went to the Mariner games last year. I got a Julio ball and I got a Aaron Judge ball, believe it or not. So I'm excited for this year. I'm going to go to the Cardinals. That's going to be the first one I'm going to go to. Nice jumper. And I'm going to try to get another Julio ball. But it's tough. You got to be very aware. Terrence Ross, 4 points, 2 for 3. Nice little start with him coming off the bench. Pump fake. Drawing the foul. And 1, baby. Nice job. All right, Gordon. Oh, good. No timeline. So probably x-rays are clean for Giannis. No breaks or fractures. Sprain. So maybe after the break, maybe like a week off and then evaluate. I would assume that's what they'll do. 1 to 3 weeks. Okay. Well, that's what you do, right? So you're in, if you're in that type of field, you have the information. So no, I feel you. But I don't know if they can afford to have him out for fucking 3 weeks. It's a lot of time, but also you don't want to re-aggravate anything. Travel. Ross for 3. Board by the Clippers. 23-18. 140 left in the first quarter. Everyone's playing except for Norman Powell and KD for the most part. Suns with the rebound. Push it. There we go. All the way. Oh, good block. Wow. Mason Plumlee with the block. Finley in the building. What to do? What's good? And if anyone's got Twitter, do me a solid like and retweet the live stream. So I'm one of the only people on YouTube that actually has their full, stream available. So most people will do like 1 minute, like little highlight clips, but you can actually watch the full stream on Twitter. You can't comment or donate there, but you can watch there. And that's kind of a cool thing to be able to hop into something after if you're busy, because most of the people that stream or do Twitch or do YouTube, that's not something they do. But I figured that would be something that we could do and help. And we usually get like 30 to, I would say probably up 50 to 300 extra views just over on Twitter. Sometimes it's even higher than that, depending on the event. And I had to cave to Elon. It's like when if you can be verified, not for Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, usually like as far as being verified and having that blue check mark, for some people it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? But if you are your own like business owner, or if you're own like boss, for your channel on Twitch or YouTube, of course, I mean that is something that if you got people that are on the fence, with you, sometimes that will maybe give you a little bit more credibility. Of course, there's Twitter Blue, and there's going to be people also on there that I'm not going to say are posers, but that really have no really reason to be verified except for, it's a cool thing, you know what I mean? But I guess it just depends on if it's going to work for you. But if you have something to use it for, there's a lot of people that are on Twitter that should be verified but aren't. And then there's, bots and everything else that they got going there. Nice deep three by Phoenix. But yeah, it's a good moment, for NWSF, to move forward. And then obviously the next step is trying to get fully verified through like YouTube. I don't really care about Facebook and Instagram that much, but I think with YouTube and Twitter, those would be, the goals. So 1 out of 2 is achieved, 1 to go. Stolen. Push it, baby. 28-21 Clippers. See if they hold for a good possession here down low. Foul. Going to the line.
Up to your big, because if you throw it that low, you're not going to be able to really gather, catch that in space. Maybe it's an extra dribble.
I love it. Free throw is good. 28-22 Clippers. Got a little late substitution here. At least Phoenix came back. They were down quite a bit early, and then at least they got on a little bit of a run. But I really want to be able to see KD kind of mesh with these players, and I want to see how Ayton and KD play together. Can they play together? And then what is that going to mean for Ayton and his looks? He's going deeper in the depth chart, so he'll be more of a rebounder, shot blocker, defender. And I know he likes to score the basketball and is definitely passionate. I just wonder how that dynamic is going to work out for them. If they can figure it out, they definitely can get to the Western Conference Finals and possibly beat Denver. But even with those 4, I mean, Denver is they feel to me like it could be a special year for them. Deep three, no good. 28-23 Clippers at the end of the first quarter. NBA on TNT. End of the first quarter, 28-23 Clippers. All right, update that. Yeah, I didn't get a chance. Of course, man, anytime I do stuff, that's going to be, whatever it's wrestling or basketball or, NASCAR. I mean, you're always going to get, no matter what, but at least you're getting some more exposure and whatnot. I just want Twitter and YouTube to give me a fair shot and to get me over a broader audience. And I think the rest will just take care of itself. So I didn't see the Joey Logano, but I did see the Eric Almirola. I saw, Kyle Busch crash, and then there was a lot of movement there at the end. So we'll kind of see how it all plays out for this Sunday, but it's going to be really, really busy because we got XFL on Saturday. I'm not sure if it's on Sunday as well. I think Odin's son had that information earlier. Then we got NBA All-Star Saturday with the dunk contest, the three-point, the skills competition, WWE Elimination Chamber, and then Sunday, Daytona 500 in the morning, all the way to like 4 or 5 p.m., and then the NBA All-Star game. So I'm going to be working probably 8 to 10 hours both days. It's going to be a lot going on, but it'll be a lot of fun. I'll tell you that. I don't know how good the XFL is going to be, but if it gives us another thing to do, that and the USFL or whatever, there's really nothing I don't do. As long as I feel that it's going to get a good audience and we're going to have a good time, why the fuck not? So. Imagine having no life and all you do is go on the internet and then make a profile and they make more profiles. And then that's all you do. You get 1 or 2 comments in and then you have to create a whole nother profile and you just keep doing that. Imagine if that's your life. I love it. All right, sounds good. Finley, did you end up watching both or just one? I love it. 28-23 Clippers. And then if I'm calling the game and whatnot, Odin's son, you can, we don't really put up with a lot of stuff. So, you can try, bud, but you're going to get the Hollywood Hogan boot, bro, So, if you want to keep making profiles over and over, if that's your life, I'll give you the boot. Odin will give you the boot. That's facts. 28-23 Clippers. All right, let's go. Tomorrow, the Ruffles NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. I won't be doing that. But the Jordan Rising Stars at 6 p.m., I will be doing that. So it looks like I'll be streaming it at that time. We'll be doing that. And then we got NBA All-Star Practice. No one cares about that. HBCU Classic. No one cares. State Farm All-Star Saturday night. Yes, I care about that. And then the All-Star Game, 72nd NBA All-Star Game on Sunday. Fun weekend. And when you get a little bit of wrestling, you get a little bit of basketball, a little bit of NASCAR. So depending on what kind of fan you are, if you're a fanatic, it's a fun weekend. Even if you're not watching everything. And XFL, fuck out of here. Odin son, you should look at this like cigarette pack of the pre-rolls, man. Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm choke slamming, baby. A stinger splash for the jabrones, dude. Imagine if that's your life. I get it. There's like people that troll, but imagine just like trolling for one comment and then not, like if it gets blocked, then you have to make another one. And then that's just all you do. You'd think your life would have more, than that. But I guess if that's you, I can think of about a billion things I'd rather do. But I've been going, taking my puppy on hour walks, which is good. That's a time to smoke the pre-rolls. Just got to look out for the Karens. 30-23 Clippers. I actually went past one earlier, and I was like, oh, okay. It was early in the morning. Let's see if Phoenix can get on a little bit of a run. Ross, no good, front rim. DJ Warren with the bucket. It's good. 30-25 Clippers. Jake, what's good, brother? How's the kids? How's the fam? How are you adjusting to living in Texas now rather than living in the Arizona area and then formerly Oregon from when we used to hang out on a pretty regular basis until you moved? What's good? How's your son? How's the wifey? 32-27 Clippers. And I told my buddy Justin, the huge Blazer fan, I was like, yeah, I'm back with the NBA because, shit, if I'm tuning in for like the 4:30 game and normally I wouldn't be that interested, then yeah, I'm back. What? 32-27 LA. Shot. Rebounded by the Clippers. All right, come on, PG. Show me something. PG for 3. And 1. Let's go. 4-point play. Oh, they're saying it before. Give him the continuation. PG's like, come on. Lou is like, come on, man. Let's see again. Screen. Foul. So they gave what? They did the offensive foul? Oh, hell no. Let's watch again. Nah, I guess he did stick the hip out. I don't know. That's like fucking what's a catch and what's not a catch. I mean, I get it with the screens, but I don't know. And then also guys fighting through the screen, then they'll get called for it. And then the guy, if the offensive player is a little bit more aggressive, we know how that goes. Ooh, deep 3 by Gordon. Woo. Okay. 35-27 Clippers. 10-15 left in the second quarter. Get Ayton back in there and get him flowing with D-Book. Shot in and out. Fouled. God, these guys are just like slapping the fuck out of each other. There's been like a couple guys get poked in the eye already. Guys got raked over the face. It's like, I get it. This is the last game before the All-Star break, but a little sloppy basketball tonight. Oh, Kelsey. Oh, he'll do good. Kelsey's a fucking character as it is. I feel he's comfortable talker. You know what I mean? So they'll put him in like the football player role, but they'll probably have him do some skits where it's not football related. I bet he does well. You get to go, oh, nice. You get to see Kyrie and you get to see Luka. Luka's the man. Like you could argue that's the most like anticipated player to go pay for besides Giannis. I mean, unless you're like a big LeBron guy or something. Or now with KD with the Suns, I get that would be a big ticket. Suns for 3 and good. What the hell's the defense? It's like the Blazers out there. I think we're going to start playing defense, Jake, the Blazers, in about 20 years. I think that's a good, appropriate time for us to be able to get it together. Especially when they make us, bang the drum, defense at Moda. You can say it, but you guys got to go and fucking do it. 35-30 Clippers. At least Phoenix is starting to slow down the momentum. Bank shot fouled. Offensive foul. Oh, New Heights skit? Those are hilarious. Oh, wow. Did sledding down a volcano? You're crazy. Dude, how cool is that? Awesome. You're blessed, brother. I always knew that good things would happen for you. I remember back in the day, there'd be a time where if we were like both single and we were just, partying and fucking, just whatever, going to games, hanging out with a different crowd and whatnot. And then things started to kind of fall into place, for you. I'm happy for you, man. Yeah, I won't lie. Being selfish, I wish you still lived here in Oregon, but, you can always come visit here and there. Shot in and out. No good. 38-30 Clippers, 8:35 left. Come on, PG. All the way. All the way. Oh, nice dump down, but it gets stolen. It's like when you go up in the air and you try to pass down low, there's like 5 hands that are there. Nice layup. 38-32 Clippers. Stolen. Lee with a steal. Let's go. 38-34. That was big. Timeout. There we go. Good effort. No, you know what I mean? Nurk is too soft. He's like Charmin, and we need him out there. And there's a time where Nurk can get you like 10-10 or 15-10, but he gets pushed around. Every time I go to a fucking game, I went to see the Blazers and Dame drop 60. I was there, so I was there with Preston and we went. And so it's like, I don't know. It's like, I like his game, but he's also a frustrating player where we need more toughness. We need like Draymond Green or someone like an Ayton to bring a little bit bigger of a body and a presence. So. All right, man. No worries. I mean, he was good with, Rip Hamilton and Tayshaun Prince and Ben Wallace and Rasheed Wallace, with Chauncey, but you got to be committed and you also have to have the players, and you already know how it's an offensive-minded league. Everyone would rather dance around and do crossovers with the ball than hunker down and try to play really good defense. It takes way more effort as far as a basketball player to be a good defender. I mean, it's not something that just comes naturally. Like scoring, like you actually have to dig down deep and work at it. So at least for the elite guys, the great ones. All right. No worries, bro. Oh, competition in Salem. Hell yeah. You got him already doing like the sports, and that's awesome, man. I mean, you can live vicariously through your son, based on what you did as an athlete growing up and having those memories and whatnot, taking him to games and him playing. That's awesome. Yeah. Nurk. Yeah. I agree. You know what I mean? It's like, when he got hurt, though, it's like we don't really have a good bench. So it's like when he's not in there, it's like, yeah, we already know that it's not really the greatest, but he's better than what we have, like leftovers. It's like you go from someone that maybe is like a 7 that occasionally plays like a 9, but most of the time plays like a 5, right? You know what I'm saying? But when you don't have that 7 in the lineup and the other guy comes in and there's like nothing, I mean, it hurts. So it's like games where you're just trying to keep it close, and it's like, regardless of how frustrated we are with him, I mean, I hope we can get some, bigger guys, but maybe if we can get Shaden Sharp more playing time. I mean, that guy has got hops through the roof. I mean, the guy looks like he's got like 40 plus inch vert, so I know that he could take his game to scoring 15 or 20 a game if we gave him time. But I mean, we're going to be running a small lineup if we do that. But, Simon's just got hurt. He'll be out for a few weeks, and we'll see how that goes. But it doesn't look like the Blazers are making the playoffs. So, all right, good, Caitlin. I think Odin's got to go. So 38-34 Clippers. My puppy's tired. She'd be in here, but she'll probably maybe make her way in here a little bit later. But we went on 2 1-hour walks, so she's just relaxing. I should actually go check up on her real quick. All right, let me check up on her. You guys can stare at KD for a second.
Sandwich and a ship tackle box. Now let's do the fishing while y'all enjoy seafood that you'll love. Get them before they're gone. A bit of a start by the Suns. They cut it to 4, and then Phoenix another steal. Unbelievable as the Clippers certainly get awfully sloppy.
All right, I'm back. I just saw that play. She's good. She's chilling. She's watching Simpsons. She was watching the basketball game. 38-37 Clippers. Deep 3 is good. PG says, take that, take that. Okay, baby. I see you. 41-37 Clippers. All right, see what D-Book here can do on one-on-one isolation. Gordon on him. Nice pass right there. Go up. Let's go. Nice flush. D-Book. Nice pass. Nice dime. 41-39 Clippers. Let's go. Nice pass. Swing it. PG for 3. Woo! He's on fire, baby. Let's go. Uh-oh. D-Book on one end. PG on the other. Let's go. Okay. I see you. 44-39 Clippers. Nice pass down low. For 3. Nice. Damian Lee. 24-footer. 44-42. Clippers up by 2. Nice rally by Phoenix. They finally woke up. They're like, oh, we do have Kevin Durant. Maybe we need to cheer for our Phoenix Suns. 3 in and out. Rebound. Foul over the top on the Clippers. Phoenix might take the lead before halftime. That's what it kind of feels like. KD looks really good in a Suns uniform. I mean, you don't have to like Kevin Durant or the Suns, but the Suns have cool, like, as far as like the way the jerseys look, and then the old style, like when Charles Barkley wore when I was a kid, like this. This is one of the cleanest. They didn't have the Nike and the PayPal shit at the top. You know what I'm saying? But no lie, bro. It's like almost looks like natural, right? Maybe he'll be able to bring a championship to Phoenix. I mean, they've been desperate for one. Barkley tried to get him one. Nash tried. Ooh, Amari Stoudemire. Nice left-handed finish at the rim. We're tied up, baby, at 44. This quarter, 9 for 13, 69% shooting percentage for Phoenix to get him back in the game. We're knotted up at 44. Kawhi stopped. PG at the top of the key against CP3. Crossover, deep three. No good. All right, Phoenix, let's go. All right, come on, D-Book. Book. At least he went and tried to be unselfish there. Woo, what a move. Let's go. Let's go. Okogie, 13 points, 5 for 6, 2 rebounds. All right, PG at the top of the key. Good pass. Good outlet. Wide open three. That was a great play right there. I mean, like I said, there's certain, all-star caliber elite players that have the good court vision. And PG is one of those guys who could score 40 or 50 by himself easy. We've seen him do it a lot, right? But to have that court vision for that open three, that's really what takes the good players to the elite players. And there's little subtle details that you can notice of getting other teammates involved. That was just a great pass in a good passing lane. Wide open three, and it could have been almost anyone shooting it. And just the way the flow of the momentum of basketball, sometimes you can be an okay three-point shooter, but you get it in the right spot, good momentum off the pass, and it goes in. 47-44 Clippers. Oh, seriously. And you moved from there. Imagine if you didn't and you got to see KD there. Because obviously I know being a Blazer fan, and then you moved there and lived there, so you, I imagine, became a little bit of a Suns fan. It's like wherever you're at, you're going to root because it's going to give you access to go. And then now you'll have a chance to see Luka, which is kind of amazing. You're like working your way up the corporate ladder of the NBA stars as you move to watch one superstar to the next. I got at least Dame. I got the jersey on, the jersey that we got together. Remember at Moda, his rookie year, we got like the last two. We're like, grab it. Who cares what size it is? Medium, fuck it. And then we grabbed it and we're like, all right. Those were a hot item too. Like the Lillard jersey, his rookie year sewn, was like impossible to find. I imagine you still have yours too. Kawhi, off the dribble, good vision there. Pump fake, three. Man, no good. Clippers up by 3 with less than 5 minutes to go. CP3, D-Book. Good defense by the Clippers. Yeah, Phoenix would go crazy. Crazy. I mean, they were close with Barkley and Kevin Johnson and Dan Marley, Thunder Dan. Remember that they had a moment where they had Cedric Ceballos. He did the dunk contest with the blindfold. Tom Chambers from the Sonics to the Suns. I mean, there was some players that they had a few pretty good years. Eddie Johnson, all those basketball cards. Yeah, let Ayton get going, man. 47-44 Clippers. 2-man game, CP3. Clippers defense is on point today. Yeah, the double XL Lillard. I got a black one as far as jersey with Lillard, but it's not as good as this one by far. All right, 2-man game, little pick and roll. CP3 to Ayton. Like Ayton's shots are so easy. It's like when you go to the arcade and you have that basketball machine and you're that close from the hoop. I feel like Ayton, most of his shots, nice alley-oop dunk by the Clippers are like that, where he just has to catch and you're just kind of playing like that shot basketball at the arcade. And once he masters that, I mean, that can get you 10 to 12 points, that alone. All right, here, down low. Good ball movement by Phoenix. Get up. There we go. Get up. Out on the Clippers. Suns retain. 49-44 Clippers. Oh, with the throwdown. No foul call? Wow, 49-46 Clippers. Okogie, man, with the diving dunk. 15.6 for 8 for Okogie. Kawhi, top of the key. Dribbles off his foot, idiot. Shoot. Travel, idiot. Come on, Kawhi. Oh, that's awesome. Heck yeah, dude. Fucking cubes, dude. I mean, Luka has an opportunity. As great as Dirk was and as popular as he was, like Luka has a chance to be like, obviously already one of the faces of the NBA. I mean, Dirk at one point was, and very, very good, but I think Luka has a chance to, surpass Dirk by quite a bit. But they need a good supporting cast in Dallas besides just Kyrie. Luka can't do it by himself. He needs two other great players with him. Preferably a big man and then either a point guard or shooting guard scorer. Nice jumper. 50-49 Phoenix. All right, CP. $50-49 Suns. 2:28 left in the second quarter. Good ball movement there by the Clippers. Ooh. Nice three. Nicholas Batum Shakalaka. We're very familiar with him in Rip City. We love him. Wesley Matthews, the old school guys. Terrence Ross with 11. Nice job. 52 up. 2 minutes to go. Good competitive game, and I knew it would be a 4 and 5 seed last game before the All-Star break. Yeah, it's going to be good, even if KD's not playing. Oh, Kawhi from deep. Oh, my God, air ball. Oh, my God. Rebound. There we go. All right, take it, Terrence. Okogie. Ross. Oh, no good. Deep three. Minute 30 to go before halftime. Good competitive first half between both of these teams. Yeah. Let him know. Make a call, dude. Put in the proper calls and emails. I can, I need to put in some of that work. But he's not happy. I'll be like, Jake is not happy. Oh, come on. Like right there. Finish that. Strong, Embiid style. Come on, Ayton. And even with that being said, all the frustrations I have over Ayton, I mean, he's like the only one that's really better than him is like maybe Embiid. So it's like, okay, well, I just expect so much out of him, but he is more like loppy and slower and stuff. But I don't know. Maybe if he has good work ethic and he really is driven, he could get closer to Embiid. I don't think he'll ever be Embiid, but I mean, there's not very many guys that are that tall that are this good at this point of their careers. 2-man game, CP. No good. What's new? Ayton's like, give me the ball, bastard. 30 seconds to go. Wide open three. No good. Rebound. What do you think, Jake? Do you think Chris Paul is the biggest choker out of all the superstars that we got in the NBA? Like as far as like going to be a Hall of Fame player, but never could get it done. I'm trying to think if there's anyone that's a bigger choker, and maybe at some point, maybe now with Durant, they can get over the hump. But it hasn't been, playoffs have not been kind to CP. Injured or, oh, he made it. Damn. But it's no good. Kogi. $54, 52.7 to go. Monty Williams calling time. 54-52 Clippers. Yeah, but that's the first thing when I started seeing like some of the mocked photos and him. I was like, damn, dude. I was like, the PHX. I'm not really a big fan of like that. Like, give me like it's spelled out. But the best jerseys are this one. So give me Kevin Durant in this jersey. That's going to be the high top dollar seller. Like that's going to be like, if you're going to buy a jersey and you want it to be a throwback, that's the jersey to buy or the white version of this. But this specific one gives you Charles Barkley vibes. But they have obviously all these variations. The Valley, kind of cool. But I think this would be my number one choice for a Kevin Durant if I was like a Suns fan. I was like, okay, that jersey. I don't know. I'm just not. I like Jordan Brand is cool, but I don't know. Just the ones that do like ATL for like the Falcons and PHX. I don't know. It's like lazy to me. You know what I mean? Like I get it. It's like the abbreviation, but like put Phoenix or Suns. I mean, don't be. It's like I get it. You want the letters to be bigger, but sometimes 3 letters that don't really spell out a word. It looks like I don't want to say cheesy, or cheap, but it just like this looks like uninspired and lazy. Like figure out a way to do Phoenix in a different font or Suns. But I guess maybe they've done those jersey combinations so much. They're like, well, this is the only other one we haven't done. Let's do this. But I mean, if it was such a cool thing, then how come not every team does it? It's like, I mean, I don't mind some of the ones like for the Falcons that I've seen, but I don't know. I just prefer the ones that are spelled out. They just look better. Yeah. Yeah, but I definitely will, depending on what time the games are on, but I'm going to try to do quite a few. I mean, I assume that there's going to be games where there'll be a doubleheader on ESPN, doubleheader on TNT, and it just so happens it's going to be like LeBron and KD or something of that nature, and it'll just be on, and I'll be able to get some action in. But obviously, this is going to be the most anticipated, trade debut in the NBA as far as like being a top. He used to be a top 2 player with LeBron, and I'm not really sure where everyone ranks him now. Most people probably have them like top 5, or if you don't think he's that good anymore, top 10, but no lower than top 10. Still is really, really talented when he's healthy, but. Airport code. Imagine Portland with PDX. Yeah. You're not a fan of the they have the dames that are the PDX carpet dames. They're like, for sneakerheads. Those were a really hot commodity, and I got the Rose City Reds. I still got those in the box. I've never worn them, but I remember when the PDX carpet dames came out, I was like, oh, those are kind of cool and stuff. But yeah, I mean, when we have these like turquoise and black colors and stuff, I know it's like a new thing to do, like this like newer generation, trying to be different, but. Deep 3, in and out, no good. Clippers 54, Suns 52. Yeah, I mean, I know some people love them because of the colors and it's different, but I don't know. It just feels good to be back on, the NBA. It's got to be doing filler content anyways. But if I'm going to do it, might as well do it big. 54, 52. Clippers are up. Get that situated there. And then once we get our first dono, then we'll get a little dono train going. And obviously Sarah's sick. So her job, obviously, as a lead mod, is to be healthy. And she wasn't feeling too good. So I figured that, you got to take a day or 2 off and get right. That's going to be best, obviously, for long term. So, yeah, I didn't buy, like I said, I don't really buy basketball jerseys every year, but I don't know. I see why people bought them, for that design, but I like the old school shit a little bit more. So, all right, baby, we're at halftime. Should go check up my puppy here in a second. Let's go over some stats here real quick before I check up on my puppy. Let's take a quick peek. Let's look at the Bucks score. All right, let's take a look. What do we got here with Kawhi? All right, Kawhi Leonard, 16 minutes. This guy is a really good player at times, and then today he's 0 for 8 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3-point, and he's got 0 points. Kawhi Leonard, how the hell are they up 54, 52, and you got 0? Okay, Man's got 11, and number one reason, Paul George with 11, and even Gordon off the bench has got 11. So I guess you're getting a little bit of production. Highland Plumlee, Batum, Shakalaka. So not a lot, but I mean, you got a few guys at 11, a trio. And if he gets anything in the second half, that'll probably lead to a win for them. And then let's take a quick look at the Suns. Okogie with 15, and that's leading the team. That's just wild. Ayton's got 8, so hopefully they can get him the rock. I feel like, how many shots does he have? 8 shots. So he's 4 for 8, 16 minutes tallied, and he's got 8 points, 4 boards. So I mean, pacing for what, 16 and 8? It's better. He's better than that though. Just want to see a little bit more consistency. And then Terrence Ross making his debut with 11 off the bench. And that's exactly why they got him, to give him that spark. But you're not really getting a whole lot. CP3, I brought the picture up for you. Why the fuck did I do that? 17 minutes tallied, 1 for 5, 2 points. Why do I have multiple pictures of CP3? What was I thinking? I should have done Okogie. And then D-Book. All right, we already know how great D-Book is. Devin Booker, 15 minutes tallied, 1 for 5, 0 for 3 from deep, 5 points. But he's got 4 assists at least, so at least he's got going for him. And let me take a look at CP3's assist. Are you even working out there? He got 7. All right, so at least he's doing something on that end. 54-52 Clippers. Halftime show. Yeah, those are cool. Old stuff is just better, dude. I was thinking it'd be really cool to, be able to get like a Buck Williams. It's like, you see the Drexlers and the Porters and the Kerseys, but you don't see a lot of Duckworths. I think Cliff Robinson would probably be my throwback under the radar, but I think that or Buck Williams would be very cool. But I think Uncle Cliffy would be really slick. I don't know if I've ever even seen one. This is one of the best groups for the chemistry between these 4. And who doesn't love Ernie? I mean, everyone loves Ernie. He's gone through a lot in his life. Yeah.
They can win it, or they can lose the first round. They are talented. They're deep. They play great defense. Man, the Western Conference is gonna be crazy.
So there's a lot of depth this year. That's why the Blazers, I was thinking, maybe in some years we can squeak in. There's no way. There's way too much talent, and then you're getting the teams that were borderline at the top, significantly at the top, with the Denver Nuggets and the Memphis Grizzlies and all the competition below that. And then you got teams that are sitting at 8 through 12, where almost all of them could make the playoffs, but only 1 or 2 of them might be able to go up and the others might slide. It's going to be really interesting to see how everything plays out, but this is what I'm looking forward to seeing.
On the floor to get the city excited about the team. They have the talent. They're right in the mix of the standing with the 5 seed, but they should be a 2 seed. The way they're constructed, but they just don't play together.
Suns, Clippers, Mavericks, Pelicans, T-Wolves, Warriors, Thunder, Jazz, Blazers, Lakers. And the Lakers are at 13, Blazers are at 12. But there's going to be movement. We'll see what happens. I actually like what the Lakers did at the deadline, and they got rid of the bad eggs, the cancer pieces that were garbage, Patrick Beverley, and getting rid of Russell Westbrook, and keeping Schroeder. That was a smart choice. And you're getting nice pieces in there, Mo Bamba and a few others. That's okay. I like what I'm seeing there. Everyone is doing their own role. Everyone's got something that they're good at. It's definitely the best supporting cast LeBron has had there. Nice pass by PG right there. Dime. Yeah, but PG can't be the only one. Yeah, Kawhi's not the same player as he was back in the day. That's facts. But yeah, we already know he can have big games, but it's just not as consistent as he was either with Toronto or with the Spurs, latter part of his career.
Well, what's interesting about the Clippers, the 2 question mark are their 2 best players. Their others do what they do. They play hard. They play great defense. Powell should be in the conversation for 6 man a year. The only question is Kawhi and Paul George. Normally, it's the others. But with the Clippers, You don't know.
I'm going to go check up on my puppy here real quick while it's halftime, and then we'll get back into it. 54-52 Clippers, up by 2 at halftime. This will only take like a minute or so. Just want to make sure that she is okay and she's got everything that she needs, and then we'll hop back in and we'll grind it out in the second half.
85% of or 90% of that team has never played with a player of that talent. So being accustomed to not having the ball, doing other things, and making those other things just as valuable as scoring. Because there are going to be games where Kevin Durant should take 25 shots. And so he's going to have an advantage every night. But some nights he's going to have a super advantage. And can you figure out rebounding, passing, defending, leading is just as valuable to winning? And that's going to be the question. It's really the key to playing with a player that's great in you, but you cannot be passive. Like Devin Booker, we know Kevin Durant is better. I don't know how you think. We know he can get his 30, but you can get your 28 too. But we have to find a way where both of us can get ours. But the others are going to be really important for the Suns. I know what I'm going to get from KD. I know what I'm going to get from Booker. Are those other guys, especially the under 8, willing to do all the dirty work? But like I say, everybody's shots going to go down. But you still got to play defense and rebound the ball. And Aiden and those guys off the bench got to do the dirty work. Terrence Ross, 11 off the Phoenix bench in the first half of this one. They trail 54. Are you ready for Wiz Khalifa?
All right. All right, puppy is good. Try to get some snacks. Getting ready for the second half. 54-52 Clippers. Can't believe Kawhi has nothing. That's just wild. I've seen a few games where he's had some kind of bad games, but it's not like he hasn't been taking shots. Paul George has got 9 attempts. Kawhi's got the second most with 8, but damn, 0 for 8. But I guess that's what happens. You know, when you're cold, you're fucking ice cold. But I would highly doubt that he'll stop shooting. And I mean, I don't think he's going to get to 20, but I don't know, maybe 6 to 10, maybe somewhere in there. You never know. And then we get a heavy daily dose of PG. 4 for 9, 3 for 8 from deep, 11 and 2. So we'll see what happens. Get the assists up. They got no rebounds, so hopefully that'll be a little bit better. But there's 3 guys with 11: PG, Mann, and Eric Gordon. So nice job for them. We'll see if they can keep it up into the second half. And I need to see a lot more out of these two. Chris Paul with 2 points. He got 7 dimes, but and then D-Book with only 5 points. Come on, man. 7? 7? That's it? 7? Come on, brother. Hope the All-Star game is good. I have to take a look at the Rising Stars. I haven't looked at the lineups yet, but I'll do that tomorrow. And hopefully that usually ends up being a good game. Rising Stars, rookie, sophomore, Team USA versus like the European, international. Like every year. I mean, I've been watching it since as a kid, and usually that one doesn't really disappoint. It's usually a pretty competitive game.
Invis is the #1 doctor-recommended clear aligner and not predictable results. Invisalign.
The mental scum bottle is recyclable just like paper, which makes it less painful. More wallpaperable. And more shreddable. Mentos Pure Fresh Gum. Yes, to fresh.
Irresistibly smooth chocolate to put the world on pause. Lindor, made to melt you this Valentine's Day by the Link Master Chocolatier.
Back for another Flounder sandwich?
And a ship tackle box. Now let's do the fishing while y'all enjoy seafood that you'll love. Get them before they're gone. This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the.
All right, we're getting into the second half. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
We're welcome you back earlier tonight on the NBA on TNT American Express Roadshow Day. Chloe Bailey performed Bring It Away.
Oh, they're showing performances. I thought we were coming back to the game already. Come on now. Well, I guess we're not going back right away. We got I don't know how many performances are going to have. Maybe just this one. They just cut to commercial. They're like, all right, that's enough. I don't know. They always have like kind of weird timing with the performances and stuff. But I guess, if you have to squeeze stuff in and you're trying to make it, they're trying to pregame for the All-Star game to make it a big event. I mean, NBA All-Star game is good. MLB is the best, but I mean, they do a good job.
You can save hundreds.
Thanks, TV Dad. We'll think about it, okay?
Look what I found.
I wish TV Dad was always in charge.
Yeah, tell our TV dad.
Listen to your TV dad. Privacy switches save with progressive savings.
Family matters.
On average.
Hi, we're Visible, the wireless company who thinks you should only need you to save. No families, no significant others, no random roommates, just you. And maybe your pup if you have one. With Visible, you get unlimited data and 5G for just $30 a month, taxes and fees included. All on one line. Not 4, definitely not 3, not even 2, just the one. It's all yours. Bruno approves. Sometimes the choice is just Visible. Switch today at visible.com.
When I started my new kombucha business, I thought there would be a lot more kombucha and a lot less business. As a new small business owner, I've learned that trying to be the cool boss is a lot harder when you're actually the stressed boss.
I know everything about my new furniture business.
All right, maybe one more commercial break, and then we'll be into the second half.
Not anymore. With QuickBooks, you can count.
Just kind of going through the timeline.
New business, no problem. Yeah. Success starts with Intuit QuickBooks.
Need to be at your best? You need an anti-perspirant that goes beyond. Introducing new Dove Men with 72-hour protection plus care for your skin, so you can forget your underarms and focus on being unforgettable. New Dove Men, forgettable underarms, unforgettable you.
These brackets are tough. I was just the guy that helped. Hey man, how's it going? Look out the
Oh, Guy Fieri, let's go.
Who's really cooking right now?
Kansas has great flavor. In Texas, well, they're always dishing it out.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives. Great show.
This year is crazy. He's got the possible Cinderella.
No shit. Tournament of Champions?
Sunday night at 8 on the Food Network. And watch the Men's March Madness tournament.
Yeah, March Madness will be fun. Fun every year.
Time now to experience some extraordinary play in the
Cyber in the building. What to do, bro?
West and really sequence of plays. A Kobe strong first half and just a number of breakdowns by the Clippers. How about a second turnover?
We got a decent flood of people early on. A couple trolls. But we're able to accumulate some views. Nothing on the dono side yet, but I figured people would show up at some point. But it's always good to get, opportunities to get recommended, and, you'll have some people that'll stick and some people that won't, and some people that'll troll. Clippers 56, Phoenix 52. Hopefully you had a good day. Glad that you're here. Jake, my buddy from Oregon that lives now in Texas, was able to stop in here for a little bit and hang out. It's always good when you can kind of keep in touch. Everyone kind of gets older, goes, families and traveling and all kinds of stuff. But the good friendships, it's like you don't have to talk every day or even weeks or months, and things are still good. Deep three is good. PG 1-3. He's nice. Damn, Craig with the deep three, 59-55. Clippers, 10:45 left in the third quarter. Kawhi has 0 points in the first half, 0 for 8, but PG's like, fuck it, I'll take over, even if I got to shoot almost every shot. Ooh, nice tip in. Wow. Of course, yeah. Like one guy had to make like 5, it's like say one comment and then, give him the boot and then they make another one, then boot. And then, I don't know, you can only do that so many times before you get tired of it. But I guess if you're a troll, then that's just what you do. So I can just think of, a billion other things I'd rather do, but that's just me. Ooh, nice athletic layup. Wow. That was nice. 63-55 Clippers. Clippers do have a nice, talented team, but it's like I don't really feel they have a lot of elite besides Paul George, and it's like a lot of good. But sometimes if those good players are off like Kawhi tonight, then yeah, you might win this game. But it's like, look at this, 33 points, 12 for 17, 7 for 9 for deep, and then tonight 0 for 8. And that's like so accurate. That's what happens when you do the fucking load management. They're like, well, like I don't want to play too much, and then you can't get back into a fucking rhythm. So, I bet I can only imagine, because anything like high school, junior high school, doesn't even have to be college. It's like NFL field, like the money invested in sports in Texas and parts of the South. I've seen pictures and video, and you obviously have sent me some stuff, but yeah, I imagine it's incredible, especially if you're a true sport fan, like seeing different venues. I know how big football is in Texas. That's a Michael James country. Oh, nice shot. And one. D-Book. 63-59. Nice job. Let's go, baby. Morris with the foul. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. I figured I'd get at least 1 or 2 goats that would possibly come in if I'm on here for like 3 to 4 hours. Cyberpunk, you save the day always. Appreciate you. And that at least that gets us to a very good start. I assume that we have a good chance to maybe add to that, but you never know. And I appreciate you tremendously. Thank you. Cyberpunk, $50 dono. So I'm going to make sure this guy doesn't have a bad stream. I'm going to take care of him. Appreciate you, brother. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Without people like Cyberpunk, there is no full-time O-Dog. Bang, bang. I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me continue my dream. Appreciate you, Cyberpunk. You are the man. Appreciate you, brother. Ooh, nice little hook. 65-63 Clippers. Anything that you want me to throw up at any point, you just let me know. Doesn't matter. I can call the game. I can definitely throw some photos if you want, or whatever you like. 65-65 all. 10-2 run by the Suns. But I can always sprinkle in a little bit. I don't know how long you can stay for, or what your timetable is, but you can let me know. And I know sometimes it's not about the photos, but I'll throw it out there. Anyone that ends up supporting me like that, yeah, might as well take advantage of it if I'm offering. Let's go. Let's go. That's exactly what I expect from you. The random of the random. The more random, the better. Sometimes it's name dropping the jobbers and the random. That can really show your knowledge in wrestling and sports. If the ones that you can remember that are like the role players and then the bench guys from back in the day, or the old school wrestlers. Like, I'm going to take advantage of this shit. $50. Oh, my God, yes. Fucking A, dude. 67-65 Clippers. Fucking A, dude. Keep it coming with the really good ones. Nice hook shot by Ayton, baby. 67-67 all. Good game here. Let's go, baby. Oh my gosh. Let's see what other ones that they got up in here. Appreciate you, brother. Nice board, CP3 with the outlet. Out to D-Book. Foul. He's going to the line. All right, Devin Booker. They got some nice momentum right now. They're kind of feeling themselves. Uncle Mo was pretty much with the Clippers up until just now. It feels like the momentum is starting to shift if they can just get into a little bit more of a rhythm. There we go. There we go. Stan Hansen. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, look at this gem I found. I'll do this and then I'll call the game. But this one was too good for me to wait till like a commercial. Fuck that. Look at this shit. Let's go, dude. 1993 AJPW. Fuck out of here. That is incredible. CP3 out of bounds, lands on some fans. 68-67. Phoenix finally with the lead. I love this shit, man. Kudos to you, dude. Because that'll obviously be something that I'm not going to be going out of my way to look at. And anything that's old school 80s and 90s or even before that, sports or wrestling, yeah. Sports, wrestling, pop culture, whatever. Nostalgia. KD on the bench. 68-67 Phoenix. Appreciate you tremendously. Outside three, no good. It's been a good game. I knew this was going to be a pretty solid matchup. CP3 bounces it outside. D-Book. Deep three, fading away. Oh, in and out, no good. Deep outlet. Nice pass. Let's go, man. With the flush. Clippers got a little good 1, 2, 3 there. Man's got 17. Wow, 6 for 8. 69-68 Clippers. D-Book isolation 1-on-1. Gordon's playing good defense on him, though. And then turnover by Book, I feel. Mr. Wrestling number 2, Johnny Walker. 1 point Clippers lead, 69-68, 6:42 left in the third quarter. I like to work. I like to be able to expand my mind and be able to get suggestions of things that we have no business normally looking at, unless it just comes across or we're searching or we remember. Heck yeah. Oh my gosh, look at this. I got an epic one. Hold up. Look at this. Look at this one, Cyber. Bro, with Andre, dude, I love old school Andre. I mean, Macho Man is my favorite, of all time. I'm NWO, Hogan, Hall, Nash. Those are, Legion of Doom, Road Warriors. I mean, there's certain pieces that, that are definitely at the top for me. RVD, Sabu, but I mean, just as far as like old school stuff, I love seeing the old Andre and Hogan, the Flair, black and white stuff. Even if it's dusty, it's just cool to be able to see It's like, I don't know, man. It's like, it just, as we are getting older ourselves and thinking about some of these guys that are, no longer with us, and just those memories from back when we were younger, when we were kids. It's just, because Andre was the first OG before Hulk Hogan. That was the first guy they made big money on. And then obviously passed the torch to Hulkamania, brother. Well, this is it for me, though, right here. I have a hilarious Macho Man custom, made a video there on the Twitter. If you go there and check it out, it's hilarious. It lines up perfect. It's got Macho Man in it, and they have it like linked up to like a song based off his like sound bites, and then it's got the Bushwhackers at the end, Luke and Butch. Oh, it is incredible. It's awesome. Great choice, dude. Oh, wow. Look at this one. Yeah. Dink and doink. Yeah. Hacksaw Jim DeHo. Yeah, man. Some good times. I still got a good collection of wrestling figures that are in the package, but I also have like a little bin where I have stuff from like a long time ago, like childhood to like elite figures that are as of recent. And there's some stuff that I have that's like unpackaged. It's loose and a good amount. And yeah, sometimes, just being able to have that starting lineup in your hand or a bobblehead. I got this whole desk here scattered with memorabilia and whatnot. And yeah, it's cool, man. And to be able to have that connection. I'm going to try to get some more of the old school stuff. Definitely. Piper's Pit. And then plus, Piper having Northwest ties as well as Ultimate Warrior. Pretty cool. Nice steal. Woo! Bang! Splash! Craig for 3, and it's good. 71-69 Phoenix. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to get a good Hacksaw or Piper here. I'm on Twitter pretty often. That's usually what I'm on the most besides YouTube. And so I'll have a few different like wrestling, edit places, fan places. Nice layup and dunk. There we go. Nice flush. Man is killing it. But they always have like old school little like highlights of matches and promos. Oh, it's incredible. And I got about 3 of them that I, pretty much go through daily. And it's just a plethora of old school like Vader. It's like Shawn Michaels when he was with the Rockers, or maybe you're going to go, they had, God, what the fuck was I watching? The Barbarian was on one of them, going to get Haku. It's like crazy shit that you haven't seen in ages. Nitro stuff, WWF stuff, ECW stuff. Very cool. They are? No way. 71-71. We're knotted up. Good game so far. We just need Kawhi to get kind of going in a rhythm. PG, alley-oop, and it's good. Good basketball awareness. Let's go, baby. Nice job. I see you. 73-71 Clippers. 5:20 left in the third quarter. Clippers have pretty much been dominating the whole game, but the Suns gotten on a little bit of a run. The more they can give 8 in the ball, I think the better the Suns will do. Nice deep 3. It's good. Josh Okogie? The fuck is going on in this game? Unbelievable. Wish KD was playing. Facts. Suns 74, Clippers 73. See if I can find a good Hacksaw. Hacksaw, Jim Duggan. Lots of good memories with him. Oh, my God. I got the most epic. Survivor Series 1989 with Hercules. Oh, my God. Look at this. Fucking A, dude. Sometimes I just, I try to get you guys like pieces of just greatness, like time capsules. My mental health just went up like a billion right here. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, my God. That is epic. Incredible. It's like I'm in a times capsule, dude. Incredible. Hercules, Ronnie Garvin, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Bret the Hitman Hart, Rugged Ronnie Garvin, Hercules, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Bret Hart. That is incredible. Sometimes you can find gems like that. Love it. Free throw is good. 75-74, LA. Lou looks on. That's a pretty good distribution and good effort from some of the role players on both teams. PG reaching in. Idiot. Come on, PG. Kevin Durant. Can't wait. That's going to be sweet. Took me a while to get back on this NBA. You know, I had to take a couple of years off, you know, during the COVID period. It just quality wasn't the greatest, but it's getting better. Turnover. Come on, CP. Yeah, that was good defense there. What's your schedule, Jake, based off you like following teams and stuff now with based on having like your son and pets and the wifey and the traveling and the job? Like, do you just watch like all the Steelers? Do you what is kind of like you know, your timetable? Like, do you watch a particular like, you know, TNT every Tuesday and Thursday for like NBA stuff? I imagine you don't have a whole lot of time. I mean, there's probably going to be little moments where you'll be able to catch a little bit of a game, but free throw is good. All right, Paul, I see you.
So great to have you with us downtown Phoenix. You're with these Jimmy Jackson.
15 points, 5 for 12, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Paul's always been an all-around guy, but obviously a lot of us in the Northwest, we're not too thrilled with him, and Dame and him have mouthed off back and forth to each other. So, of course, if Paul George came to Portland, we would absolutely love to have a guy like that. But when you have a rivalry with certain guys, you already know how that goes. Dame and Beverly. I mean, Beverly pretty much with everyone. Nice two-man game. There we go. That's what I like to see. You know, and seeing that old school basketball style of Embiid and DeAndre Ayton is awesome. I mean, you don't really get guys that feel like old school players from the 80s and 90s, and the center position is trash. Nice jumper by Kawhi. Oh my God. He's like, oh, I got a fucking shot, 11-footer. It only took me to the third quarter. 4 points, 1 for 10. Holy shit. Front rim, CP3. Man is complaining. Yeah, I imagine. Do you have one thing that you prioritize the highest, though? What's the highest priority to you? Steelers? Like, if you get a chance, like you're like, I've got to make a little effort to either record it on the DVR and watch it later, or there's got to be at least one thing. Is that your number one at this point, or do you have something higher than Steelers at this point? I mean, things change as you get older. It's like you might like NBA as a kid, like I did, then transferred a lot of that love, into like NFL, and then baseball was, kind of cool for me as a kid, but I've really gotten into it now. But I guess if you actually go to games and you come away with pretty cool memorabilia and you get to be a part of the birth of Julio Mania, it's pretty cool to actually have like a Ken Griffey Jr. type in the Northwest with Julio, and we can root for him, and he's going to be the face of baseball. Sooner than later, there'll be like a passing of the torch from Trout to him, and then you still got Judge, you still got Ohtani, you still got some great players there, but it's going to be cool to have Julio at one point be a top 4 player in the world. 82-77. He should have been on the fucking cover of the MLB The Show, him or Aaron Judge, but they decided to give it to, I know Preston's guy on the Marlins, but he's definitely he's like a top 20 player. He's a weird choice. 82-77. I mean, he's a good player, but I mean, based on what happened last year, Rookie of the Year, or Aaron Judge with 62. I mean, why not those two guys? Oh, off the glass and good. And one. Nice. Oh, Kawhi's starting to go on fire. Okay. Let me see if I can make a fucking free throw. No, I forgot about how much you love golf. You do. I actually watched him, I think, go birdie. It came up on my timeline, and I watched normally I'm not going to watch a fucking 3-minute clip or 2 to 3 minute clip if it's like 30 seconds, maybe if I'm busy. But when he's out there, I will take a little time, and I'll be like, okay, I know he's never going to be as good as he was, right? But I watched the whole like 3-minute clip of him going from each spot, as he was, getting his swing on and whatnot. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do that for very many people, but that's a big part of our generation and, one of the greatest of all time, for sure. It's not like I grew up watching Jack Nicklaus and, some of these other guys. Well, I mean, we've seen highlights, but it's, you already know what you grow up with in that era. I mean, I know that fucking Tiger has that Sports Illustrated for Kids rookie card. So if you actually bought the magazine of the Sports Illustrated for Kids and then you ripped out the card that came in with like the 9 athletes and you sent it in to get it graded, some of those are going for like thousands of dollars. So people would go back to like the libraries and other places to see if they could find, those things. And I imagine a few people made a shitload of money. 85.77, and I've seen some Tiger stuff, through like Upper Deck or whatever. It's amazing, like game used, tournament used memorabilia with his autograph. That's neat. Sloppy travel there. Biumbo, 85.77 Clippers. Oh, dude, I haven't got it, but yeah, but now since but I did hear it earlier today, so I haven't lost my fucking goddamn mind because I don't know, maybe they paid their money and they got everyone to go to fucking Burger King or brainwash enough people that if they never would go to Burger King, maybe just get brainwashed and like, all right, but let's go get a Whopper. Maybe it has been a while, you know what I mean? But it's not the same quality, man. It used to be like 10 times bigger, 99 cents. Onion rings where it used to be the bomb. Right. And then you got a shitload of them. The ones now are like cheaply made and they're too small, sometimes cold. Right. And then the strawberry shake, the shake machine that they had back in like the 80s and 90s was fucking unreal. So you could get the strawberry shake large with the onion ring. You could get the fry or you substitute for onion ring. That's what I would do, but I don't know, man. I do like the taste, but I feel that sometimes it fucks with my stomach though. Maybe it's like the oils that they use in there, but yeah, I haven't lost my mind though. Not yet, but I think I've seen 9 variations of the fucking Burger King commercial. I mean, how many is enough? But I guess it could be worse. You could hit me with the same fucking commercial like a billion times, like, 2 times an hour, 2 times every 30 minutes for like the whole broadcast every day. So yeah, you'll know. But if I only get it like 1 time or so, then let's get a Tiger Woods photo up here. Let's do that. And I would do Burger King, but they're not really on my good side. Yeah, we usually don't put golf stuff up. There's some really epic Tiger Woods stuff. Like I always like being able to do whatever, golf, tennis, rugby, just something kind of different just to see what it looks like. And then you'll get different fans of different things, different ages, different race, different parts of the globe. I mean, you can't tell me that doesn't look cool. That looks cool, dude. Like, I don't think I would have enough people, but if I ever got to a point where people are like, all right, let's do this golf tournament or whatever, if I knew that I would be able to get to a certain dollar amount, dono-wise, like guaranteed, and we'd have the right amount of people in there, yeah, I would definitely consider doing something, but I'm not really sure if, there's going to be a time that happens, but you never know. I mean, if this like YouTube era now is like 96 to 2000, then I'm saying, yeah, it's definitely happening because he's like in his prime and he's doing crazy shit. And that was when golf was at an all-time high popularity wise. So, I mean, as far as the younger generation, no Burger King yet. My sanity is still halfway good. And we got a few subs, from, you get recommended and people will flush in. And, anytime you can get 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 people in the room, I mean, sometimes it's for, 5 minutes, sometimes it's for 30 minutes, sometimes it's for an hour. That's good. You try to just get a little bit of exposure, and then some people will remember and others will sub right away, and some you'll get over time. But yeah, just opportunities. It's going to give me a better opportunity than just doing like a freestyle stream. If we actually do a game, then you can still talk about the other shit, and it gives you a better chance to, get recommended for, other things, as long as I continuously try to do the games and the events. Nice pass. Hit that jumper. There we go. Terrence Ross, baby. 85-79 Clippers. Yeah, Terrence Ross is killing it for his debut off the bench. 13. I mean, his shooting percentage could be better, from outside. He's taking a shitload of shots. But, I mean, anything over 10 points for that energy guy, I mean, there's obviously letting him try to cook. Because obviously some of these other guys are not very good shooters on the Suns. Oh, Butch Reed. That's why you guys are the best, man. I just never know what I'm going to get, and then you can definitely, it's something that others will appreciate too. And I love just the random. I feel that's where a big chunk of my sports knowledge is, because like I said, when most people are looking at the, front of cards with the design, I immediately turned to, looked at it, but at the back, the stats is really what got me, learning all the different information, where they went to school, height, weight, potential, what's touchdowns, the interceptions, or, what's the batting average, and just retaining all that information as a young kid till now. 87-80 Clippers, minute 25 left in the third quarter. Clippers got the momentum back. Oh, nice layup. Saban Lee makes the layup, 87-82 with 1 minute left in the third. And I'll get a couple more photos for you, brother. Oh, here's a good one. I just like being able to go back in time. It's a vibe for me. That's why I always have to make sure I'm watching some 80s cartoon every day, at least 30 minutes, to make sure I smile and, put things in retrospective and understand that those were the best. You're never going to find anything better than G.I. Joe, Transformers, or Ninja Turtles. It's not going to happen. You're never going to find three better. 88-82 Clippers. I mean, they had Ghostbusters. I mean, that's some good shit, man. And that's why the toy lines are worth the most in that era. 57 seconds left. Oh, Kawhi Leonard. He's like, maybe I should get involved and score some points, huh? Okay. I see you. 11 points this quarter. Oh, nice floater. 89-84. Kawhi's starting to kind of feel it. You can tell. Gordon. Defended well. Turnover, or is there a foul? Foul called. Butch Reed.
And Biombo's in the right position, but it's on the back side, right?
Hacksaw Butch Reed.
That the foul came in from TJ Warren, I believe it was in the reach. Yes, it was indeed on Warren. So Eric Gordon, second game with his new team, which began his career with the Clippers.
Free throw good by Eric Gordon. 90-84 Clippers. Let's go, dude. Fucking cool.
Before he was shipped out to New Orleans in that CP3 deal. Look, how many years he's been in the league? What is your thing? 15 years, dude. So I covered him when he was at Indiana.
Second free throw good. 91-84 Clippers. All right, come on, Phoenix, man. This is the last game at home. I know Kevin Durant's not playing, but I mean, the crowd is so dead there. It's not like Golden State or some of these other, venues. It's like, I know you got some, people that are incredibly rich and they are just like kind of relaxing and whatnot. But I mean, fuck, if you're going to be one of the top teams in the West, your crowd needs to help you. And I get it. Not every crowd is going to be like a football or wrestling crowd, but the ones that are usually do better. Oh, he almost hit it. 91-84, end of the third quarter. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard, he's like, damn, O-Dog, why are you calling me out with no points? Yeah, well, here you go. And then boom, he's like, all right, we're going to get him involved. We're going to get him going. And that was the difference in that quarter. End of the third quarter, 91-84 Clippers. Kawhi's like, okay, it was garbage in the first half. Let's get this fucking bitch going. Let's take a look at the box score. Let me look what he's got. What do we got here? So 28 minutes logged now. Where are you? There you go. And he 3 for 14. Ouch. But he was 0 for 8. So still some miss. It hasn't went from deep. But he's 5 for 5 from the free throws. So, I mean, you don't really need to go for 3 the rest of the game. Just go inside. And let's see if he's participated at least with rebounds and assists. Normally that's the case. +8, obviously, with the turnover margin. So 11, 5, and 3. Not bad for having a terrible first half. 13 for Zubac, 22 for Mann, 16 for George, 13 for Gordon. So they're getting a nice kind of collection of participation and effort from everyone there. Batum only has 3, Plumlee 4, Highland 5 on the bench. And then for Phoenix, they just need to wake up. Craig 6, Okogie's got 18. He's been great. Ayton's got 16. They need to give him the ball more. I feel like once he starts getting hot with like the pick and roll and the 2-man game and those little floaters like you do at the arcade with the machines, that's when the Phoenix is the best. And then he can get dunks and little cheap baskets down low. But when they don't really use him, they're not as good. Chris Paul's got fucking 3 points. Why the fuck do I have like 3 graphics of Chris Paul? Why? 3 points? 3. But he's got 10 assists. But 3? You're a Hall of Fame player? 3. All right, I guess so. And then D-Book with 12, which is a bad game for him. 3 for 9, 1 for 5 for Deep. I mean, D-Book shouldn't be scoring any less than 20 every game based on how great he is. But flow of the game, and then obviously they need to get someone better than CP3. Don't you agree? Devin's like, yes, I agree. Got to get someone better. But they did get somebody. The Slim Reaper. Kevin Durant. Okay, 91-84. Going into the fourth quarter. I mean, if fucking KD was playing, I'd be my excitement level would be very, very high. But I know after the All-Star break, when I finally, hopefully it's a good matchup too, where it's something like where I get to see Durant and LeBron or Durant and Luka, Durant and the Joker, Durant and Embiid, like I Durant and Tatum. I mean, I want to, something. Shame that Steph is hurt too. It definitely doesn't help the NBA when Steph is injured, whether you love him or hate him. Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, we'll see what happens, but yeah, the BK commercial, I've not seen it yet. And it's not like I'm tuning it out. It's impossible to tune out. But I mean, if they do it right, sometimes I'll like it. Like, they have like the JG Wentworth, Cash Now, 877 Cash Now. Like you have them like singing the opera shit. I don't hear that often. So it's like when it comes on, shit, maybe I'll sing along. I'm not going to call the number, but it's not as bad as the Burger King thing is just, it's jingles. It works. But I mean, it definitely is like too much. It gets way, not good for me. Or a lot of people. Nice pass outside. No, it didn't beat the shot clock. Turnover. Burger King is doing the dunk contest. Oh, no. Are they the sponsor? I mean, they got like horrible names that are in it. It's just like, You're doing the NBA a disservice. We already know how big the dunk is and a part of the NBA. It's like, why not have some of these guys from the All-Star game? And if they're not doing it, that means that shit doesn't matter. It's like a disgrace to Jordan and Dominique and Vince Carter and the guys that actually brought popularity to the game, maybe from the dunk contest. Maybe that's the first thing the kids saw, you know? Can't get hyped when you got 4 no-name guys, jobbers in the dunk contest. Some of them turn out to be something. Anthony Simons won it, but that was before he became Anthony Simons. 91-84 Clippers. But even with this bitching that I'm doing with the participants in the dunk contest, will I still watch it? Of course. I've never missed one. I've watched everyone as a little kid until grown-ass adult kid, me. Nice finish. 93-84. Plumlee with the nice reverse layup. Biyombo looking just lanky and weird out there. Loppy as fuck. Booker goes down with a flop. No whistle called. Plumlee a little out of control. 2-man game with Gordon. Pick and roll. Plumlee swings it. Good ball control. Good ball movement. All the way. One too many passes, maybe. PG? No good. You know when a team gets like too unselfish, where they do like 6 good passes and swing it around, but then they do like 1 extra one and then it gets like tipped away? You got to know when to stop. You know, sometimes it's like, it's really cool to be able to have that team effort, but sometimes you fuck your team over by doing that 1 extra. You definitely see turnovers happen on those a lot. It's like, oh, let's do 6. How about 8? Deep 3, no good. 93-84. Timeout, Phoenix. Anything else that you want to see, Cyber? Appreciate you. $50. Let's get to a hundo. And Sarah's sick, so that's why she's not here. Otherwise, we'd have, you know, that taken care of. But, you know, anytime people are, not feeling well, I mean, we've both been there. You know, I got to make sure that people feel good, especially when we got a big weekend coming up. I mean, I'm going to be doing even tomorrow, I would say, hey, just if you're not feeling well, I can do the Rising Stars game at 6. I'll do that tomorrow for the NBA All-Star Weekend. And then Sunday or Saturday is XFL on top of WWE Elimination Chamber, on top of skills competition, dunk contest, and 3-point contest. So a lot to do. And then Sunday, Daytona 500 in the morning. And then as soon as it ends, NBA All-Star game. So it's going to be like 8 to 10 hours each day. But I think it'll be fun. There'll be a lot of stuff going on. And I'll keep different windows open. I just got to choose what the primary thing is going to be on Saturday. Probably Elimination Chamber, I would assume. Either that or Saturday night for the NBA. I guess whatever we think that would get the most potential views and possible subs and potential donos. I know I've done the All-Star festivities in the past, and I've gotten good views off of that. So, and then wrestling, we usually, I mean, it'll be hit or miss, but I guess it just kind of depends on what the primary is. Giannis. Yeah, and he fucked his wrist up.
Easy go. Okay, I see you. Hey, we're gonna play one-on-one or what? Let's go.
Yeah, Giannis one-on-one, that wouldn't go well.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message
Hi.
system. At the tone,
Did you eat?
record your message.
What is this? Yeah, did you have some? No. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll maybe put it on the counter and I'll go in there in a little bit. Thanks. Do I need to heat it up or? Yeah. Okay. Are you here now or are you here now? You got everything. All right, cool. Thank you. Okay. Got some food to eat when food is ready. And then obviously, dunk contest wise, hard for me to come up with something better than this one besides like Jordan and Dominique when I was a kid. But as far as like within the last 20 to 25 years, I'm not sure if there was anything better than this in a single performance. This is like the most iconic besides Jordan and Dominique, in my opinion. 93-84. Oh, and Dennis 3D Scott reporting on the sideline. Floater. Biombo. Loppy floater, but it goes in. 93-86 Clippers. 9:27 left in the fourth quarter. See if Phoenix can get on a little bit of a run. They got to get Ayton in the game and get him the ball. That gives them the best chance. I don't know why they don't realize that. I mean, if the guy's like the second or third best center behind Embiid, why not treat him like it? Give him a shitload of opportunities and, flow the offense through him and Booker, but can't really count on Chris Paul to do a whole lot. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say Burger King's doing it. No, they don't have to hear the song all the time, but they're doing all that. So there's gonna be all kinds of stuff going on Saturday. I mean, obviously, if the XFL was on a day where those things weren't on, then I could do that separately, and because obviously the XFL hype will be pretty high for the first probably 3 weeks just to see what's going on. But when you got like WWE pay-per-view and NBA All-Star Saturday night, it definitely is going to take away from some of their views unless they have games early in the morning. 95-88 Clippers. PG backing down. ISO floater and is good. Highland. Nice job. 97-88 Clippers. Booker swings it. Biombo. Corner three. Okogie for three. He's got 18. Wow. 7 for 11. 8 for 12. 5 for 9 from deep. 21 for Okogie. George, floater, is good. Ooh, baby. PG. Okay, I see you. 99-91. I mean, if you're the Clippers, you just go to George or Kawhi, and you should be able to close this game out. Unless Phoenix can get extremely lucky. Nice floater. Terrence Ross giving them a chance. 99-93. See if we get any fucking defense in this fourth. No good. Foul called. I've always liked Terrence Ross. Athletic player. Just needs to find the right team, right situation. I know Monty likes him. It's nice to see Monty have some success with Phoenix after being with Portland.
Who is your favorite as we sit right here? Denver, of course, one of the leaders in the West. I believe you can't discount their competition they put together. They're probably working the course of the year.
Free throw is good. 101-93 Clippers. Let's see if Phoenix can get on a little bit of a run. But, I mean, Ayton is just too good for me. I mean, like, if you just put him on the right team, I mean, the guy could be phenomenal. I mean, it's like, the stats are pretty good. But if you're like the second best center behind Embiid, most people's eyes, like, there's just so much more that could be with him. It's like coaching could be, it's good, but it's just, God, I don't know. Maybe different team, different fit. Like maybe if he was on Boston, you could get a little bit more out of his skill set. All right, Paul George to the line. First free throw is good. Clippers are blessed that they actually have someone like Paul George. I mean, Kawhi is, you know what he did, with the Spurs, what he did with the Raptors, but it's kind of like you never know what he's going to do. Sometimes great, sometimes kind of a garbage type of performance, but at least they have a solid piece every game that it's going to bring it. 103.93. He's had a very good career. I mean, obviously, there's been moments that could have been better for him, but a pretty damn consistent player in the NBA. Maybe he doesn't get all the accolades that he deserves, but he'll be a Hall of Fame player. Now, if he can get a championship, then obviously that's going to be huge for his legacy. But I think that even if he doesn't get one, I mean, it's not the, he's not good enough.
When he was lights out, shooting game, following threes, dominating the paint. LeBron's gonna be LeBron. We already know that. We never worry about LeBron.
103.93. We got 7 minutes to go. Let me know if you want to see anything else, Cyberpunk. I got you. Appreciate you with the support. And then we'll do Rising Stars tomorrow at 6 p.m. And then Saturday, a combination of things. Probably, it's really tough. I don't even know what to do. WWE Elimination Chamber or NBA All-Star Saturday night. That's tough. Like, I'm interested in both, like, a lot. So it's, maybe I'll do a poll or something. I would assume the All-Star stuff will probably get more views, but maybe Elimination Chamber, I would enjoy it more. George, off the glass, no good. Good rebound by Ayton. Push. You're down by 10. Nice outlet pass for 3. Damn, they needed that to fall to get a little bit of that momentum. Now, Clippers can actually just slow it down. There's no point of rushing. You can slow it down, burn the clock a little bit. You're up by 10. That's what the good teams do.
Last year, 30 different lineups, starting lineups for Golden State. But yet to sell the X factor, the way things played out.
All right, 103.93, 6:08 left in the fourth quarter. Nice run by the Clippers, stolen by Chris Paul. But can you score? His game has dropped off. They need to get more of an elusive point guard than Chris Paul. He's a legend and all, but, he's just not as explosive as he was a few years back. Big 3 by Phoenix, 103.96. Now they're down by 7, 5:53 to go. All-time steals leader, Chris Paul, number 3. Tied with Jordan, 2,514. Then Jason Kidd, and then John Stockton. You're never catching that. There we go. Keep me working, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can multitask and do multiple things. Even if, there's low amount of people, high amount of people, fuck it. Rick the Model Martell, baby. I got memories of him when I was a little kid for sure. I loved going and renting the videos at the video stores, Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, Wallace Video, like. It's crazy how, like, if you love something so much that, it could be like 35 years ago and you like still remember.
No, that's the 1992 Western Conference Final. Wait, 91. What about this one? This one is my favorite. This one's just 3 squares.
Shit was a lot more colorful and more people had masks and different gimmicks back in the 80s and 90s. A lot different than what it is today. Old school era.
He's making real-time money moves with Merrill. So no matter what the market's doing, he's ready. And that's how you collect points. Your money never stops working.
Wow. Old school, man.
I'm a screen and pick between. I'm not posting on social media. I don't feel seen. Hey, Mom, look. Mom. Oh, my God, Mom, you got to look at me.
No, keeping my eyes on the road is paying off with driveways. Post about that.
Oh, Power Without Glory. Holy shit, dude. There's like all kinds of old school stuff.
That was awesome. Hey, once you're out, I'll tag you.
Razor Ramon versus Rick Martel. October 11th, 93.
My name is Jay, and this is Gatsby. Just the day after he moved into Oregon, I came home and noticed that he was limping around in the yard. When I got to Doug Lewis, I knew he was in good hands. He his treatment, made a full recovery. You just get that sense from the staff that they're going to do everything that's possible on their end to make sure that your pet is going to be okay. You don't really get that anywhere else.
Health Foods, urgent care, emergency care, specialty care.
At Burgerville, we're using truffle salt and oil to make our truffle Parmesan waffle fries. They're so golden and crisp that the fancy French chefs want to know how we do it. Fortunately, we don't speak French. Burgerville, the only Ville, is the app, savor the rewards.
Maria Banks with CCCU. She has to keep checking.
This is cool. Like these cards, like I want to collect some of the old wrestling cards. They don't have to be worth a lot, but it'd just be cool to get like a binder of like the older ones, like from the 80s, early 90s, and just be able to flip through the pages and just, you know, be able to reminisce. I don't know. I think, you know, there's a couple different brands that they did that back in the day, but I think it would be really cool to just have a binder. I mean, I already have a bunch of my childhood binders, you know, but to be able to make an adult, like, you know, I'm older now, and it just like a awesome collection of just like that old school time period, and just put them in the binder with the sleeves, and, you know, have like 15 pages or whatever, or, you know, however you can get, however big the set was. And I don't know, like little simple things like that would be, it doesn't have to be worth a whole lot. It's like, you know, the memories and nostalgia. 103.96. Big John Stud. Oh, that's another good one. Clippers are up by 7. 5:14 to go. Traveling. Of course, I'm going to hit you with something like insane. Captain Lou Albano, Andre, Big John Stud. Look at this shit. So let's go, brother. Deep three, no good. Phoenix will get another opportunity here. Awesome. Love it. I got to give you, like, you know, the solo vibe, the color vibe, the memory that you have. Booker, ooh, and it's good. Falling down. Okay, Phoenix. We're getting on a little bit of a run. All right, D-Book, I see you. All right, dude. 103.98. They're only down by 5. PG, lefty, is good. Nice job. Nice layup. Very athletic. 105.98. Clippers, 4:20 to go. 24 points, 8 for 17 from the field. PG with a steal, and then a foul or a jump ball with CP3. Let's go. I'm looking at you, Cyberpunk. That guy's the man. That Cyberpunk guy over there.
Kind of shot PG a look.
105.98 Clippers. PG won the tip. Go, go, go. Oh, easy layup there for the Clippers. Are starting to pull away. 107.98. Let's see if they can respond. Terrence Mann, 24 points, 9 for 11, 3 for 4 from deep. What a game for him. D-Book, nice jumper. There we go. All right, there you go. 107-100. Booker's got 16, but he's 5 for 13. Be better, brother. Especially if you're considered one of the best in the world. You got to shoot better. Consistency is key. Paul George. Zubats in and out, but fights for his own rebound. Good effort. Zubats. PG in the corner. 10 on the shot clock. 2-man game. Back to Zubats. He fumbles the bag because he's unathletic. Damn it. D-Book. Isolation on Gordon. Fading away. No good. Good rebound there by Kawhi Leonard. Gordon for 3. Foul. Zubats is putting great effort out there on the floor. Ernie, big cat lad.
And that pace, when you take that shot from the perimeter, allows you to get a different possession, another possession, much needed for the Clippers to close out this game.
What's happening in the new NBA app? What isn't happening? Watch
The hats, dude.
can't stop, won't stop.
You're in your bag today, man. You're doing a great job.
All access to all the above. That's all it is. Big stops, bigger shots, passes behind the back, to hits behind the scenes. In every moment.
Yeah, my buddy Justin that I talk to every day, he went to go to court for some, jury duty stuff. And then out of the 100 people, he got picked. He's like, hell. And then it went through another cycle and they only picked 6 for like the jury. So he's definitely happy because, he wants to be able to do his regular job and not have to deal. But I was like, yeah, man, because you look like an honest dude. You are, but he didn't get picked. So I know he's happy for that.
The kind of support that comes from being a proud partner within your community. Because when you're a member, it all starts and ends with you.
I mean, some people don't mind doing it, but based on the field that he's in, he's, you got to do it. You got to do it if they choose you and whatnot. But there's going to be others that will definitely take care of that. And I'm glad that he doesn't have to worry about having to go there. It's definitely kind of, how it goes. If anyone's ever been summoned or whatever, it's not ideal a lot of times. 107-100. Clippers are up. Let's see what we get here. Woo, baby, look at that. That's awesome. I'm always trying to find the good stuff for you, man.
Matchup between the 4th and 5th teams in the Western Conference standings.
And I got one more for you. Ernie Ladd brutally punishing Bill Irwin. PG with the jumper is good. 26 for him. 109-100 Clippers. There's another one. Look at that one. Oh, babe, it's blurry, but Georgia Championship Wrestling. Fuck out of here. Awesome. Clippers up by 9. Ayton, tough turnaround. No good. You got to get him closer to the basket. Ayton also has to know it, himself. You know what I mean? You're not as good as a shooter as Embiid. So, work yourself closer, 5 feet and closer to the hoop, not 10 feet and beyond. You don't have game to be doing that yet. At least not consistently, even though he's got potential. All right, come on, Phoenix. You're only down by 9. Let's go. They're kind of just discombobulated out there. There we go. Booker with the scoop and 1. See if he can end up making it. Nice job. All right, Booker. Really? Was those are the people that you remember? Wow, that's crazy. What years are we talking about? You got a particular set of years that you remember? Kawhi with the pump fake? Oh! Oh my God. Kawhi with the pump and the flush? That was insane. Okay, Kawhi. My goodness. Ayton with the jumper. There you go. He's like, fuck you, Orion. I can shoot a little bit. Yes, you can. 111-105. Shit, I wanted him in Portland. Sometimes it's like you have these guys that are just like uber talented, but you just see that their game is a little raw, but you can see like the light at the end of the tunnel. Clippers guy on the ground here. Man. He's at my back, motherfucker. Early 80s. It's awesome. Nothing. Like I said, that's why I'm going to try to go back, from my childhood and try to see if I can pick up a few things, from that era. Even if it's like an old wrestling figure or something, that nostalgia, man, it'll do it to you. Especially if you're at a point where things are kind of low mentally. go back to that time period, guaranteed you'll be better. Ooh, what a backdoor there, and a layup is good. 113, 105. Nice dime. And with the finish. 113, 105, Clippers. They're up by 8 with 1:25 to go. Looks like they're going to come out with the dub. All right, who do we got next? Cyberpunk's like, I'm keeping me busy, and I appreciate that. Nice way to be able to honor some of these guys too, because you think some of these guys, I mean, they don't get talked about like on modern day streams on Twitch or like YouTube unless it's like a specific wrestling channel, and then they decide to do like a throwback thing. But at least like, instead of just talking about it, we can do a name to a face and kind of show people what we're about and, go down that road. Very cool.
Feels so good. If that sounds like you, replace your afternoon cup with 5-Hour Energy. It's perfect for when you're feeling coffeeed out. Coffee in the morning.
The making of a mad dog.
Your stomach will thank you. Discover 5-Hour Energy. Well, you beat Zubac, one of your double leaders in the NBA this season. You've got another one tonight.
Nice effort by Zubac. Let's go. Plus, you also educate me because you got some time where you watch things that I wasn't watching at that time. So, I'm always able to learn a little bit from people that are my age, a little younger, and people that are older. All right, Clippers up by 8. 1:20 to go. Booker stolen by Gordon. Wow, that might be it. Kawhi. All right, PG has the ball. That's pretty much over. Eric Gordon could have shot the 3. Good discipline to bleed the clock out. They give it back to PG. Stolen. Recovered. Oh. Kawhi and 1. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's over now for sure. Wow. Kawhi with the lucky grab, and he just threw it up and got fouled, and he actually fucking made it. Unbelievable. Guy was like 0 for 8, 0 points in the first half, and right place, right time. He's at fucking 15. He's 5 for 17. Horrible game. Paul George and Mann with 26 apiece, but great opportunity for him to step up, and without his 15 points, they don't win this game. Make it 16. Bang. Wow. Wow. That's tough for the Suns, but at least the Suns will have this shortly. That's pretty exciting. They're going to need it too. They need someone that they can count on scoring-wise and other guys to just play better defense. Chris Paul misses the layup. What's new? 116-105. Fast break. Kawhi saves the ball. Man. Now they're trying to dribble it out. 38 seconds to go. Clippers up by 11. Shot clock at 10. Kawhi at the top. Paul's like, I need you, bro. Short. All right, we got 24 seconds left. Phoenix is like, fuck. They've conceded. Yeah, did that surprise you? I mean, I'm not going to know everything. I mean, I am 40, but like I do try to do my research for just like beyond my years. So anything from the 20s to like the 70s. Of course, I didn't live then, but I love that era to be able to learn about, the different eras of sports and wrestling, whether it be old school baseball stuff from like the 20s to 50s, 60s, and then other sports after too. Final score, Clippers 116, Phoenix 107. All right, man. Yes, I can. Let me throw Jacob the snake up real quick before you go. I mean, usually I'll stream at the latest is 10:30, just because that's my cutoff time. So I can go for another 30 minutes to an hour. We'll just kind of go from there. Now, he battled addiction, almost died. The DDP tried to do the DDP yoga and help him, with certain things. And DDP and a few others have saved quite a few lives in the wrestling world, just trying to get guys off the sauce, off the, the alcohol, the booze, the harder stuff, not just the steroids. And, yeah, I mean, this is a big part of my childhood, and then everyone remembers like the different toys, and trying to remember all the different ones. I think they did have a Jake the Snake one back in the day. They had like a Macho Man, a Hogan, like the wrestling buddies, and you could like DDT it and shit from off the couch or onto the bed, fucking powerbomb that shit. A lot of those are like very valuable and very old school and cool. Like I wish I had the whole set. I've seen people that have brand new ones, like legit, old school, that someone has bought it, kept it in like tubs. Those are so cool. It's like I wouldn't use them, but gosh, I mean, just to have the vintage Hogan and Macho Man, and I'm pretty sure Jake the Snake was one of them too. That's just cool, man. Hey, Candace, how are you? Yeah, watching Jake the Snake was, that's like memories. Like it was not too long ago, but shows you how, going from your childhood in every era. Yeah, very cool. All right, I got to delete some of these photos. 116-107 Clippers. Big part was Kawhi Leonard. All right, let me delete some of these photos. And we'll go here for another, 30 minutes to an hour, something like that. And then we'll just play it by ear. And then I'll be back tomorrow and we'll do the Rising Stars game at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Shout out to Cyberpunk for saving the day. And we did get a little bit of a push. It maybe got recommended somewhere. So we had a little flood early on. So I appreciate that. That'll help overall with the views. And I mean, the NBA stuff, even though like I, was against it for a while, the quality of the games have gotten better. And the views are, instead of just doing like, hey, I drink beer, we talk NFL, or just doing like, regular freestyle streams, always attaching a game is going to be better. Unless you just have a big enough following where you can just label your video anything the fuck you want, and you're going to have X amount of people in there. So we're trying to get to that point.
We're visible. The wireless company who thinks you should only need you to save. No families, no significant others, no random roommates, just you. And maybe your pup if you have one. With Visible, you get unlimited data and 5G for just $30 a month, taxes and fees included.
All right, let me update this.
Not four, definitely not three.
116, 107. All right, I got to go to my DVR or see what's on TV for the last, since I'll change it from here. All right, later, bro. Thanks for chilling and hanging out, man. Much love. Appreciate you.
He's better than good. He got rewarded for driving safe and driving less. Sorry, Barb, just to confirm, this is the feel-good news.
Okay. Oh, Duel 1 at Daytona. Oh, I'm watching that. I didn't get a chance to watch the first Duel and anything NASCAR 75th anniversary. I got to watch the second part of the Duel, but I didn't get to watch the first. So, all right, I guess I'm watching this. Jameson in the building. How are you? All right. Cool. So they're doing the replay of Duel 1 and Duel 2. So I guess we'll go for another 30 minutes to an hour. I'll watch this and then we'll call it a day. Ray Lopez going crazy. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. He went crazy. Let's go, baby. Getting close. We're getting close, man. I'm excited. Daytona 500 is going to be way better than that shit show, the Clash at the Coliseum where they did it where USC plays football. That was not as entertaining to me as I expect, but we're going to get wild, crazy shit happening. And Napa know-how. We better get that dub, baby. Let's go. It's going to be fun. All right, so we'll leave the NBA here. So the game is over, so we're going to make some modifications here. Bye-bye logo. And then we're going to dip there. We'll try to go somewhere. Still, I know for some of y'all, you guys have the cold weather. The dame will go into the closet here. This one always gives us good vibes. All right, and I'll let you guys decide what you guys want to do for photos and whatnot. If we want to do food, was that today? Nice. How was it? Amazing. You love if you love the artist, being able to feel the energy and the crowd and just hear the music and yeah, I hope you had a blast. I bet you did. Good game. Clippers won 116-107. No KD, but we'll get that, and that's awesome to hear, bro. Yeah, I'm ready for this weekend. All kinds of stuff, man. XFL Saturday, WWE Elimination Chamber Saturday, right? NBA Saturday night, 3-point contest, skills competition, dunk contest Saturday. Then Daytona 500 in the morning, NBA All-Star game in the evening. So I'm going to try to do all that. So that's going to be tough, but should be fun. All right, I'm going to take this jersey off. We'll go for another, 15, 30, 45 minutes, hour, we'll see, and then we'll call it a night. So I guess we'll just kind of see who's here, and we'll play it by ear. But since Jameson just came in, we'll be able to hang for a little bit. So nice job, Clippers. I see you. All right, let me take this jersey off. I'll be right back, and then we'll grind it out here for a little bit. Appreciate you guys.
Language for life. Go to Babbel.com and try it for free.
Some new faces and some familiar ones in new places as we get ready to set the field for the Daytona 500 in two 150-lap races. The field is split in half. This first race will decide the inside lane for Sunday's Daytona 500.
Let's check in with old 7-time champion Jimmy Johnson. How about you, 7-time Jimmy Johnson? You got us? It's Boyer up the booth.
Hey, Ray, how are you?
Man, I'm great. You're looking good. The numbers are still the same. They're in reverse order. But it sure is good to see you back in a Cup car. What's your feelings?
Yeah, well, it's sure to be back. What an opportunity here to come back. To put it down the car. 3-car one over from the IndyCar side and a few cars legacy motor club. Looking forward to a fun night tonight. I've got a lot to learn. It's been a few years since I've been in a car like this. But excited to be here and happy to just survive the Super Bowl.
Well, buddy, this is going to be your 20th Daytona 500. Can't wait to watch you learn. Nobody's done this better than you, so good luck out there.
Appreciate it, pal. Have a good night.
7-time champ Jimmy Johnson. All right, let's take a closer look at the mechanics of things here with our crew chief Larry Reynolds of the Toyota Cutaway car.
The race car is the rear spoiler. Now let's go to our Toyota Cutaway car and let's take a look at the rear spoiler on the back of the car. The two things it controls is aero drag or straightaway speed and rear downforce. Now, here at Daytona as well as the other super speedways, the rear spoiler is 7 inches tall. In intermediate tracks like Fontana, California next week, only 4 inches tall. That additional 3 inches creates a lot more drag on the straightaway and a lot more downforce. The other thing that big 7-inch spoiler does, Mike, the race car pokes a big hole in the air, which creates those big runs in the track.
Thanks, Larry. Jimmy Johnson thought he had an engine problem in qualifying last night because the car had so much drag in it compared to the last time he was in a Cup car.
Used to be in them space shuttles.
All right, let's have a look at the blue-green vacation starting grid for race number 1. Pole sitter for the 500, Alex Bowman, started on the pole in all 6 of his duels with Hendrick. His teammate William Byron won a duel in 2020 there in Chevrolets. Penske Fords in row 2, the defending Cup Series champ Joey Logano, and his teammate Ryan Blaney, who won his duel in 2018. Second-year driver Harrison Burton for the Wood Brothers finished third in his duel last year. And Bubba Wallace top 7 in all 5 of his duel starts, the fastest Toyota in the field. Chris Buescher won a dual race last year.
All right. Paisley's getting a little anxious. We did 2 walks for an hour each today. And then we got, awesome. We got this replay of Duel 1, Duel 2 for NASCAR. The basketball game is over. And I know some people aren't into NASCAR or baseball or NHL or certain things, but for someone that is really into it, most people, even hardcore people, might not watch this. I mean, definitely the hardcore are going to go out of their way if they have time to watch it. But I mean, anything Daytona 500 related, I'm in. I am in. Megan in the building. How are you? Hey, no worries. No worries. Yeah, we're just going to go for a little bit longer. 10 minutes will put us at the 3-hour mark. 40 minutes will put us at the 3-hour and 30-minute mark. And that's probably what we'll do. So we'll just kind of play it by ear, see where we're at, and anything that you guys want to do picture-wise. The game is over. Obviously we ended up having a bad game by Kawhi Leonard early, and then he found a way to get into a rhythm, finished with 16 and 10, and that definitely helped them get the victory. And Paul George, 26 points, him and Man dominated for the Clippers, and just not enough for the Suns. But after the break, we'll get Kevin Durant, so that'll be cool. Jimmy Johnson, Zane Smith, Chandler Smith, Connor Daly, Austin Hill, and Travis Pastrana. Yeah, I saw a little bit of the stage 2, Duel 2. Duel 2, I saw the last 15 laps, but I did not get to see any of this. This was on earlier today, so. Yeah, no worries. If you got to go, it's cool. Like I said, we're already going to be kind of wrapping up. With at this point, this is just kind of like the main event is over, and I'm just going to watch a little bit, either on live TV or a replay, and then and then we'll just get back at it tomorrow. And I'll be recording at 6 tomorrow. So yeah, sure, I can throw you a photo. Sure. Yeah, if you already been on there for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours over there or however long, then yeah, man, take your time and I'll get you a Steve, and then you can relax. Take it easy. He said that the nerves are good. He hasn't had enough time to be nervous about this because he's been busy with the Truck Series all day long. The 2022 Truck Series champion had 7 wins, including 1 last year here in the Truck Series at Daytona. Plenty of experience, but he's going to have to deal with some pressure. Josh Sims?
Yeah, speaking of pressure, 20-year-old Chandler Smith is looking to make his Cup Series debut in the Daytona 500. To do that, he's got to race his way in ahead of those 2 other open cars in duel number 1. His week got off to a rough start as his car kept cutting off during qualifying. Well, they fixed the battery, fixed the connectors, hoping that was enough. He's going to start from the back of the field.
Get you one more.
Chandler tells me, hey, that just means he can race the way he
Newer one.
loves to race.
I haven't seen this one really.
Impressive, guys.
There you go.
Here's how the field is set for the Daytona 500. Last night, the front row was locked in. Hendrick Chevy's teammates, Alex Bowman and Kyle Larson. Duel number 1 sets the inside lane for the 500. And the highest finishing open driver or driver in a car that does not have a NASCAR charter, there are 36.
Yeah, they did it. They did it last week. Thought it could have been a little bit better, but definitely I know there's been people that never saw it before and went, and it's a very, very short track based off just that, stadium. But they were able to pull it off, and they've done it for the last 2 years. It looks like it's going to be a thing they do every year. All right, here we go. Length 60 laps. The duel at Daytona, Duel 1 and Duel 2. So it gives guys opportunity that to see if they can qualify, and obviously it gives people the chance to get their cars out there and feel the anticipation of the big one on Sunday. And if you do well in the Duel 1 and Duel 2, it gives you a good vibe going into the ultimate, the Daytona 500. I mean, that's like the Super Bowl of NASCAR. It's you don't even have to be in a NASCAR to be able to take a little bit of an interest, see some cars wreck, flip, crazy rivalries too. Nothing like that sound. Like I said, one day I hope to be rich enough where I can rent an RV and be right in the middle of it and just be on the top and just beers, hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken wings, whatever, and just living my best life on the top of the RV in the middle of the racetrack as the cars go by, 170 to 200. Yes, please. That sounds like ultimate bliss. I mean, I've sat front row for a lot of things, baseball, basketball, football, hockey, but never been to NASCAR. And I mean, obviously getting a seat in the field would be very cool, to be able to hear that roar and, but then I don't know. I would just want to be able to be in the middle of it all if you were able to. But I imagine there's going to be certain turns, turn 3, turn 4. There's going to be some amazing seats that cost some good money. I miss my my Bose system that I had with the big ass 53-inch TV with the big butt, the old school ones, and with the Bose, and you turn it up and had like the diamond cube speakers, and oh my gosh, it was just amazing. You could have it on like -40 and it would shake the house or apartment, and just turning it up that loud and feeling that energy. I mean, that's what TV is supposed to be about. Like when you're watching movies or you're watching certain things like NASCAR. I mean, I got to be able to feel that power with the sound of the cars, and then it takes it from just actually watching a race and like an experience, especially if you have like a really good surround sound set up. Maybe one day for your boy. They're on lap 3 of 60. Well, it looks like that's what I'll be watching for a little bit. No problem. Hello, how are you? I hope everything is going good. Just finished the game. Clippers won 116-107. They are doing the Duel 1 and Duel 2 earlier today for NASCAR. So obviously Daytona 500 is this weekend. So we have a very busy weekend. So we have, I love it. So we have XFL debuting on Saturday, WWE Elimination Chamber pay-per-view Saturday, NBA All-Star Saturday night, 3-point contest, skills competition, dunk contest. Sunday, Daytona in the morning, and then right after NBA All-Star game. I'm going to try to do everything, but, there's going to be a primary thing, probably NBA All-Star game or Elimination Chamber, and then we'll go from there. But I definitely think XFL will get some looks in the first 3 weeks. And then we'll see if the ratings dip a little bit. Naturally, they probably will, but hopefully they'll gain a little steam. And there are a lot of former NFL coaches, players, and guys that just got recently cut within like a year or two that, Geronimo Allison and some of these guys that you remember, Vic Beasley. There's some names. So I think the XFL, it's not going to have just a bunch of like high school guys, college guys, no-name guys. There's going to be some people that, players that you remember, and there will be some newbies that'll be names will be made, but I'm interested. I'm in. So I definitely will do some coverage on the XFL and the USFL when needed. Hope you're doing well. Yes, absolutely.
Some cars can do it, some cars can't.
Let me know what you guys want to do for photos for like mental health. We got another 30 minutes or so. So you guys let me know 32 minutes. We'll go to the 3-hour and 30-minute mark, and that'll be the cutoff just because the game time and school tomorrow. So let's make it the best 2 minutes as possible. You guys let me know what you guys want to see. Cyberpunk came in, and we actually got a little bit of a recommendation. So we had a little bit of a flood of like 20, 30, 40, 50 people in here, a couple trolls, that we had to boot out, and they made multiple accounts. And we had a good run there of, 20, 30, 40, 50 people for, 30 minutes to an hour. So that's good. So the views will be inflated a little bit. Got a few subs based off that flood of that recommendation. I don't think it necessarily was just a raid. Otherwise they would have said so. And that's good. Every once in a while, and I got to be able to put myself out there on different things other than NFL and college football and wrestling, see what sticks and see what opportunities I get on each day. You never know what, game might be able to get a little bit of a push, and that's all you need. So, but I hope everyone is doing well. I just had a bite of some like buffalo chicken mac and cheese from a place, super spicy sauce. It was actually really good. I was like, oh, this is actually pretty delicious. Had some sub sandwich stuff earlier. Firehouse Subs. They make some good sandwiches. Better than Subway. I mean, I don't mind a Subway once in a while, but I feel like the bread and like the ingredients have kind of fallen off a little bit. It hasn't been as good. I mean, of course, when you're hungry, made right, it can really hit the spot, with the drink, the chips, and whatever you decide to get. Foot long, I got options, but Firehouse and some of the other places are better. Well, Alex Bowman started first, 21st. Yeah, but I'm excited. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be doing the Rising Stars. Usually it's like rookie, sophomore, USA International. And so it'll be giving like the up and coming talent in the NBA. So that'll be at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I'll do that. We'll stream for like 3-4 hours. And then we'll get into the busy schedule on Saturday. And I'll probably have to do a poll to see if people want me to do Elimination Chamber or the All-Star festivities. And I know some people are going to be torn because they want to do both. And we'll cover both. And I want to do some XFL, but I mean, there's only so many hours in a day. So I just have to look at the games and see what I can squeeze in on the weekend. But I am able to do Daytona 500. It starts at 11:30, and it'll hopefully be over before the All-Star game starts. So that way I'll be able to do that. So we're probably talking about 8 to 10 hours Saturday and Sunday. But I mean, the events should be good. So even if I get a little tired, I think just my adrenaline from watching the events. And of course, Sunday will be epic, Daytona 500 and NBA All-Star game. Yes, please. I mean, that's going to be one of the best days of the year for me. So excited. And then the Saturday stuff is actually kind of intriguing too. XFL, what are we looking at? Right? NBA All-Star Saturday, got some cool things there. Dunk contest could have some better participants, but 3-point and skills is fun. And then dunk contest might not have the names, but they'll show you something once in a while. And then you got the WWE Elimination Chamber, and WWE pay-per-views are always fun. So, and Sarah's sick, so she was not in the stream today. She wasn't feeling well. I think she got sent home from work or requested to go home. So we're going to have her take a couple days off today, tomorrow, whatever she needs. And when she's feeling better, we'll have her, full strength. And I imagine she's going to want to take care of herself because she's not going to want to miss at least Sunday with Daytona 500 All-Star game type stuff. I mean, but again, you just got to be able to know your body. And if you're not feeling good and got a cold or flu, I don't think she's got COVID or anything like that. She would have said something. So just hopefully everything is good. And like I said, I've been there. Like I said, we had a run where we didn't miss a stream for like almost 6 months straight. And then we had a little bit of a run of, mental health and not feeling good really on my end. But I feel I've turned the corner a little bit. And, hopefully things get a little bit better. I know sometimes you guys go through that. I go through it too. I went on 2 walks today, which was cool. So got me and Paisley out there. She was kind of quiet today. So I thought that I posted usually 7-8 in the morning that I'm going to stream later in the day. And normally she'll send me updates of sports news. So we have something to talk about in the show. She already knows that a lot of times, that we both see it at the same time, but she'll still send it. So that way I can look at my timeline and it'll be on there. And then I can kind of review the topics, which is a nice thing of her. And then just go, and then I'll do that too. Like, okay, here's this story, or something cult related or whatever. So, but usually when something breaks, we follow the same people and the same outlets. So if she sees it on her phone, I see it. The only way that someone's not going to see it is if we're not on our phones, which is almost never. We're always going to be, trying to read and see what's going on and whatnot. But yeah, hopefully she's a little bit better. And I imagine when she's feeling better, you'll be one of the first people that she reaches out to, because I assume she misses you and the gang. And like I said, sometimes you just need to get that rest, because even if you're not talking, if you're clicking buttons and you just want to be like laying down, and just relaxing, and sometimes you can do certain things by laying down, but most of the time you have to be like, in the proper mood. And you also have to feel good enough. You don't want to, getting the chills or, throwing up or, hot flashes, cold flashes, runny nose and flu type symptoms. No one wants to do anything, you just want to chill out and relax and just watch your favorite TV or sleep. Sleep is good with the medicine. 13 laps in out of the 60. This is cool that they're doing this replay. 116, 107. Paisley's kind of getting at that moment, but I know she got a little nap in just because normally we only do one walk for an hour, but I felt like, okay, we did one really early, like at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and then I tried to do another one between like 12 and 4. So if I'm recording at 6 or 7, there's still time, to do other things. But I like being outside. It's so good for my mental health. I know she loves it. Just being able to explore and just be a curious dog, all the sniffs, where other dogs have peed, and I have to try to make sure she doesn't eat certain things that are garbage, because it's a retractable leash, so she'll get a certain length, but when there's cars passing by, I try to tighten it up because I don't want her to like see a squirrel and dart in front of a car and get hit in the head and then we have an accident or whatever, so but she's usually pretty good, but I still get cautious, and I've always been cautious with the length, when we're on the roads or when we're walking and she turns around and she's already like kind of on the side of the curb and she looks to her left. It's like, I don't want any type of craziness and stuff to happen. So I'm definitely overprotective, but I like to let her be free as much as possible and give her that length when we're walking through neighborhoods or certain places, so that way she doesn't feel restricted, because she is that type of dog that needs to be at like a dog park and let loose and free. But if it's too cold, or depending on how the other behavior of the other dogs are, sometimes it's like hard to find a place where you can go. We have different parks that you can go to that aren't close, that aren't too far away from my house. But it just depends on what area. There's one that's an enclosed area at this one park, and then there's another park plate where you have to walk a couple miles, and then he opens up to this big field, and it's an unleash area, and you can do that. And but with her, she'll like run away, and some dogs she'll play, but she usually will like try to talk to the people or like greet the people. And sometimes if she gets excited, she'll jump. And as you know, if you're a dog owner, if you get other random dogs jumping on you, most people don't care, but then sometimes you'll get that ornery person for whatever, and I get it. Sometimes they don't want another dog jumping on them and whatnot, but I mean, if you have to understand dog behavior, so sometimes it's tough. I want to have Paisley more freely loose to be able to hang out, but also it's like, I have to be able to kind of check on the behavior and stuff, but most people are pretty cool about it. Really? What kind of weather are you guys getting? Icy, light snow, very cold. Wow. Yeah, that's why I always try to like tighten things up. You know what I mean? Because some people have the short leashes, but I want her to feel the freedom. But I always have to make sure that I'm not, because you never know. Dogs are just like cats. They might see something and then they just act, and they don't realize that they're in danger where they could get hit by a car. So it definitely I try to be able to balance it out, because when we walk down like one of the main roads, then it dips down and then it goes into like a field. And then we pass like a middle school. And then there's like field area. Then I cut up into a neighborhood, and then we walk through a couple neighborhoods and work our way around there, residential, little nice suburb neighborhood. And then it wraps around on another road. You know what I mean? And then there's like pathway, and then we get back to where I am. So there's only a couple places where I have to be a little bit more cautious with her, but I know she loves it. So it's just the fresh air, being able to get out there. It's a good thing. Plus, if I like, stop by the dispensary and whatnot, it's like, I can always eat gummies and stuff. But if you have like pre-roll stuff, if you're not smoking like at the house, or like you can do it at like a smoking area, but going for a walk, pre-roll is, sometimes nice being like really late, nobody's out there, I can listen to music. They have this like brand new one. It was like a cigarette pack, and it comes with like 10. I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna sample that. Yes, please.
And nearly 40% cannot afford a $400 emergency.
Imagine if the parade was during like that snow stuff. Probably some people would have stayed, but other people maybe would have left earlier. Because I mean, if it's a parade, it's a parade. But of course, you want decent weather. So at least they timed it from one day to the next. How the weather changed. All right, no problem. Have a good rest of your day. Talk to you whenever you have a chance.
This winter, the only thing better than making plans is sleeping through them. Shop Mattress Firm's President's Day sale for great deals like up to 60% off select mattresses from top brands, with queens starting at just $160.
Yeah, but I feel I can do like 1, 2, or 3 hours. It just depends on if I want to be outside, and I don't know. It's like I think it's one of those things too. It's like, oh no, Burger King commercial. No, at BK, have it your way. You rule. Damn it! First time. I thought I was gonna escape the Burger King curse, but Cyberpunk brought it up. When he was in here, and I was like, have you had the Burger King commercial? And up to that point, I didn't. And that was like 2 hours in or so. And then it just showed up. So, but I think I'm watching a different program too. So that's why a different network will promote the Burger King more. So,
You get longer lasting vitamin C, plus herbal and other immune superstars. Get more with Nature's Bounty. I'm gonna change your world. I love to great was great.
all right, we got 20 minutes to go. So we got about 20 minutes to go. Let me know what you guys are thinking, and let's have me continue to work, and anything that you guys want to see that's been in the news, pop culture. I did see a sad thing about Bruce Willis with the dementia thing. His condition is getting a little worse, and so it just sucks when you have certain singers, performers, actors, actresses that you grew up watching, and a lot of their movies are really iconic. We obviously know with Mel Gibson and how things have kind of happened with him. I'm not saying Mel Gibson got canceled, with some of the stuff, but obviously when you're a little controversial with certain things, and it definitely will give you some fans, and some fans will stay away. Or like even with Tom Cruise, with the Scientology thing, some people love those action movies, but some people stop watching his stuff because of that type of stuff, that kind of association. But very yeah, I mean, it's right now, if you look it up or whatever, I'm always looking at different information. Thank you so much. $10 dono from Space Kitty. But if you go to like your Facebook and just look at like the stories, it'll go over, like different things. Like I always try to read it every day, and just like what's new globally, the UFO stuff, Wall Street stuff, they'll talk about certain crime that's happening around the globe, different incidents, pop culture. But yeah, I guess like his condition is worsening. It's sad because I grew up with a lot of stuff that he did, and yeah, it's tough. Yeah, I don't know. I just do. For me, it's like not only do I do like the sport stuff, but I usually just try to keep up. I'm a reader, so I'm always keeping up on just with everything that's going on. I have these like kind of like pattern. So it's like, okay, I'll start on this app, and then I'll go to this app, and I just kind of go through Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, go through the feeds, and then eventually, the certain information will come up. So yeah, like certain air balloon stuff, and then there's train wreck stuff, chemicals going in there, animals dying, bad stuff, and people injured, and then other stuff being shot down, and yeah. Hope you get a little bit better. Yeah, things can definitely be tough. What are you feeling? You feeling sick? I know people are kind of getting sick right now, but I hope you feel better. All right, we got 18 minutes to go. Let's try to cheer everybody up the best way that we can.
This is interesting. We just saw the angle of seeing the Fords and everybody coming off the turn two, trying to catch the Chevys. What they will try to do now is gain as much time. If they can catch that pack, they're actually going to get by themselves and bank some time.
Space Kitty, $10 dono. Appreciate you. $60, 40 to go. Appreciate you. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. Thank you so much. $10 holla. Nose is stuffed up. Yeah, I just got to take the right type of medicine, get rest, and just try to find your favorite, program. Some people play video games. Some people like to watch TV shows or movies, or do something throwback. I know, you can do the chicken noodle soup. You can do the tortilla soup, and then just find a good movie, or an old school show that you used to watch when you were younger. Nothing will make you feel better than reconnecting to your childhood. It's facts. Space get it $10 donut. Bang, 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 bang. Appreciate you. 27 to go in this dual one. I did not get to watch this earlier today, so this is kind of a treat for me, being able to squeeze this in. And it's not long. 60 laps for dual one, 60 laps for dual two, and then they have separate winners. And I like it. Anything Daytona 500, I'm all about that. I don't even think I watched this last year. Yeah. And then, no kidding. But at least you didn't have to worry about your feet being wet at the Super Bowl like it is like at the AFC Championship game. But at least, even with feet cold and wet and, kind of miserable, at least, meeting Mama Townsend was cool, right? So. Has this sunk in yet? Parade, Super Bowl. This is going to go down in, especially, like I said, Tyreek moving on and then being able to do it right away. As far as legacy-wise, that's you're putting your career in a whole nother stratosphere for me. Who knows how many you're going to get, but, it's definitely going to be exciting football, from here on out for like the next 10 or 15 years. So that's facts. All right, we got 14 minutes to go. Let me know what you guys want to see. Holly, you got anything specific? I'll throw a couple Tommies on here for you too. Great season for him, and awesome for him to be able to capitalize on a Super Bowl. Saw him go a little crazy in the locker room, drinking beer off the Lombardi. Hey, live your best life. Gators, Tommy.
You're right, safety in numbers when it comes to drafting. Absolutely. 46-40 for Blaney, faster that lap. 48 flat again for the William Byron-led group that has already made their itself.
And I think you'll see Blaney in that group's number.
Good to have my buddy Jake that used to live close to me, then moved to Arizona, then moved to Dallas. He stopped in and hung out for a good chunk of the game, which was cool. It's always good to be able to connect. He wants to fly me out there so I can kind of see what they got going on for like high school football that looks like, NFL. Like, Texas does their junior high and high school football there. Sometimes like they're playing in stuff that's like NFL quality. So, there's a lot of money involved and whatnot. But yeah, I definitely would love to see some, baseball, basketball, football. I've never been to Texas before, but I imagine they would have a lot to be able to offer, though, food and events and whatnot.
They have caught the group of Chevys that pitted first. Jamie.
Watching the Penske cars right now, the 12 Ryan Blaney, they said we need.
I'm like half distracted right now watching this NASCAR.
And Bubba Wallace, you guys are talking about him in the 23.
But I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out. It's, even if I only get a little bit of time with some of the, mods or the really important people in my life that are on the channel. Even if it's just like 5 minutes, 5 minutes is better than no minutes. So I do appreciate you guys. Even if it's just, a quick stop in or, 30 minutes, something just quick. Hey, it's okay. 1 minute better than no minutes. Did Tommy throw any fake punts this season?
Zane Smith has lost that
Was he? Hey, he loves to party. Hey, yeah. How high do you think it was? Probably very high, especially if they're, they've been drinking early and you're letting loose. It just depends on how often you're drinking and your metabolism and whatnot. Some guys can handle their liquor, but even the pros of drinkers, if you're doing like a parade and when you're celebrating a Super Bowl, I imagine things can get kind of out of hand pretty quick. Chugging different champagne, beer, hard alcohol. You probably wouldn't want to do too much hard alcohol, otherwise you'd be donezo. If you keep doing the hard alcohol, I mean, beer and champagne and that type of stuff. It's not like wine is necessarily going to be a choice of theirs. It's probably going to be more like beers and stuff. But I imagine. Oh, one. Well, hopefully we'll end up getting. I knew you would know that question. That's why I asked you. But hopefully we'll end up getting him to throw next season. What's his contract look like? As far as currently, do you know any information on that? I know that's something that you'll look up if you don't know, but like how many more years is he under contract? How many more years are we going to have him with Kansas City? I imagine he wants to play his whole career there. As long as he keeps performing the way he is, I imagine that would be a possibility. It's cool to be able to see a player develop and then finally get the recognition, from top 10, top 5, and arguably the best, and then to win a Super Bowl. And definitely needed him, and he needed Butker. And when he was injured at the beginning of the year, there was a little bit of doubt, and we knew that would come down to maybe a field goal to win it, and it did. And he would have been able to win it without Butker too. So nice combination. A lot of us are jealous to be able to have a punter and kicker so good. Rob Lowe never ages.
The first time you made a sale online was also the first time you heard of a town named Start an easy to build, powerful website for free with a partner that always puts you first. GoDaddy, tools and support.
Yeah, I think that there's a good relationship there, right? And we wouldn't want him to leave Kansas City, so. Yeah, he just got back from the Randall King, so I imagine living your best life. It's good to be able to get some of those things, whether it's, getting the exercise in, going to a game, going to a concert, going to a movie theater. It's like sometimes you just got to be able to get out there and do stuff. Life is short. Take advantage of it. It's good for the mental health too. You'd be really surprised on just getting out there. I mean, you could still be like introvert and try to be like kind of a homebody. And I mean, a lot of us like being just in our own comfort zone, in our safe place, and just relax, in the comfort of our own home. But sometimes, getting out there is a good thing too.
Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone featuring a quad camera and 6.6-inch display, powered by one of America's largest 5G networks. Switch to Boost and unleash your power.
It's called the birthplace of speed. Back then, it was the hardback sand that allowed for records to be broken. Today, it's the high bands and long sturdy ones. Not to mention, it's the dream.
All right, we got 8 minutes to go.
Offering a moment of glory that will extend well beyond 500 miles for years to come. We're still talking about the first one, and guarantee we'll be talking about this one. Here's to the great memories that can only be the Daytona 500. Let's take a journey. I want to see what they saw.
Yeah, I have to go back. I know they had like replays. I didn't get a chance to watch every single minute of the coverage, but yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of people were very, very comfortable, faded. You could tell. Oh yeah. You just got to start watching some more like National Geographic, and you can appreciate them in their own nature. And like I said, a lot of the National Geographic stuff has been really good lately. And anytime they do Planet Earth, I get excited for David Attenborough. Great narrator. And then, like I said, just being able to see animals in their natural environment. And, obviously they have to worry about the prey and not getting eaten or hurt. But it's just cool to be able to have the camera crews be able to show you stuff on land, stuff in jungles or the Arctic or in the water. I usually like the water stuff the most. I think those are the ones that I think I get excited about the most, just being able to see like the marine life and the jellyfish and the weird looking fish and coral reef stuff, but then also stuff like with the penguins and polar bears. And I mean, I can still do like the stuff in Africa, like if they do it, yeah, give me the lions and tigers. I can still enjoy that too. Okay, 23 to go, obviously, for this dual one. We got about 5 minutes to go. Anything else that you want to be able to see? Oh my gosh, it's the best. Like, you know how sometimes they have like rain, or they'll have like a video or audio of like rain and or like a lake, so that way you can listen to that and fall asleep. I don't necessarily do that. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like there's certain programs, and that one is a very easy to sleep to channel. Like if you get bored, and if you do get like a string of planet Earth's like repeating for like 4 hours, you're gonna fall asleep at some point. And I guess unless it's something like crazy animal noises, and then that might wake you up. But if it's like water related, it's usually a little bit more mellow and low key. Yeah, History and Discovery have been really good in the last couple weeks as well. It's always good. I mean, that's where always I'm going to go first, besides like Simpsons and King of the Hill. All right, let's see if I can find you some Super Bowl pictures here before we go. Trying to get you some something of that nature. Let's go. No problem. Anything for you. I'm just happy that you even though you've got some ups and downs, but you're still able to have these amazing experiences. And, it's like, things can get stressful, but you still got to be able to live life, and it can't be woe is me forever. You know what I mean? Everyone goes through difficult things. If you have a good support system, and good friends, good family, and, things can get really, really tough. But I'm glad that you took the opportunity instead of just been like, wow, gosh, things have been really tough, and they have been. But, you took the opportunity, and then I actually got to go and see a piece of history, and that'll be something that will stay with you forever. And also it looked like there was a good chance to lose. And, this one is one that people will never forget. I mean, that was a very crazy. It's like to be an underdog to win it is a better feeling than I feel as being favorite, unless it's your first one. If it's your first one, then you're like, oh my gosh, you're just losing your mind. But, to be an underdog and then to come out on the other end on top. I mean, like I said, I already have the Andy Reid and, just overall everything that happened. I mean, it's just a whole nother level to it all. That was a really, really iconic special year that you guys as a fan base and all of us will remember forever. Shout out to the offensive line. Shout out to Nick Bolton. Could have had 2 touchdowns, and then he could have been MVP. If the Eagles won, Jalen would have been MVP 100%. He had a fantastic game, even in a loss. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you got to take the good and the bad, but you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, when, financially, you have to have a little bit of structure. You have to have a house, somewhere to live, somewhere where an income is coming in. And then you got to be able to have your mental health, and you got to be able to, do things with your cats, your dogs. And then you got to get out there and do things, and as long as you got a, roof over your head, some kind of income at some point, and you'll figure it out. I know things will work out for you. Yeah. Did you go back? And that was a big purpose of, doing certain events. People will go back and look at the playlist, and maybe they haven't listened to any of her stuff in the last couple of years or at all. You get on the halftime show, and then, you're like, okay, well, let's check it out. And then that's really going to help boost that artist. And some people will get certain things, ringtones purchased, maybe, playlist, maybe just, an opportunity to, listen to something. And yeah, she obviously, she hasn't performed in 7 years and stuff, but yeah, she's had a lot of number ones and has been, I think she's from Barbados. She definitely has a good following. That's for sure.
Can you stare at these payroll forms? My business payroll taxes.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys very, very much. Let me get my main thumb here. I just want to make sure I'm being respectful. And then school tomorrow. And then after that, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no restrictions. We're going to be able to go longer. And it'll be, probably a 3 to 4 hour stream tomorrow. And then Saturday and Sunday might be 8 to 10 hours with all the XFL, NBA All-Star Saturday night, and WWE Elimination Chamber Sunday Daytona 500 NBA All-Star game. So even if it's not something that's really big for you, and you're more football, come hang out and stop by. Anybody that if you guys have the time, and yeah, I'll be grinding and working, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for donating. Thank you for sharing the channel. And it's always a pleasure to be able to have people drop in late like Jameson as well as Holly. I appreciate you guys tremendously. Thank you very, very much. You guys are the best. Appreciate you. And then hopefully we'll be able to hang out a little bit longer whenever you guys have the chance. You guys are fantastic. I love you and I appreciate you. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. I love you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all your guys' support, the donos, the sharing. And I'll be back tomorrow for the Rising Stars NBA Saturday night, Sunday night, Friday night, triple header combo. So it'll be Rising Stars at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And then obviously we're going to have the dunk contest, 3-point contest, as well as the skills challenge on Saturday. And then the All-Star game is on Sunday. Candace, Holly, Jameson, everyone else in the building, I love you and appreciate you. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang.